That's right, Matt Charlie's definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
Because you always use that active red light defending. I've been given like. Because you always use that active red light defending. I've been given like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on. You just heard the big man Ian Wright, and you've seen all the intros. People deluded, I'm back again. First things first, big up all of you lot tuned in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Big up the Twitch gang, appreciative to you lot. Make sure you're following with Amazon Prime. YouTube ones, please, if you're tuning in, smash the like button. Road to 70k subscribers alive and kicking. I can't lie, I almost got confused there. Like, big up you lot, man, because every day I sit here and I think, right, we've got 58,000 of you subscribed, and big up you lot for you lot support. So to even speak about 70k, boy, imagine me sitting on the stage and talking to all of you lot. Couldn't do this without you lot. So yeah, big up you lot if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. As you know, it's a Premier League evening affair. It's Arsenal against Newcastle United. Big up all the Magpie ones tuned in. But let's be honest, Newcastle, I want revenge. I want revenge. You lot have been forcing this rivalry again. Big up Newcastle, massive club. Happy you've got new owners because you was under a madness with Mike Ashley. Got a great manager in Eddie Howe. Got some great individual players, a great tactical setup. You know, in line with their new owners, going to be, you know, involved in the conversation where the traditional top 4 to top 6 is concerned. But you have been forcing this rivalry. I'm not going to lie. I don't get it. Brighton tried it a few years ago and look where they are now. Newcastle, I'm sorry, there's levels, man. We ain't got problems with you lot. You lot, Spurs, I rate you lot more than Spurs. We got problems with teams that have done this with the greatest of respect, man. I'm not dissing Newcastle. City, Liverpool, I don't like them and they're not doing well. Chelsea, these lot are our enemies, man. I don't know for the rest. As I said, smash the like button, people. I don't look at the league table, but I think someone commented, Newcastle were 8th. We're 3rd. Now, Newcastle, you know, want to obviously get 6 points over on us. They did us at their place. I want revenge, as you heard me say. Currently, I believe Manchester City, courtesy of Phil Foden, are beating Bournemouth for 0-0. We all know Liverpool have a game / maybe games in hand because they're playing in a cup final tomorrow, which we will be doing a watch along for. So we know our job. Now, obviously, we had a difficult December period. I don't want to keep waffling about it, but we had a very difficult December period. We came out of that December period, and although we continued the disappointment, losing in the FA Cup against Liverpool, the performance was kind of there to a degree. Since then, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing where the Premier League is concerned. Obviously, you know, in terms of the optimism and building the form and the momentum, it took a bit of a hit away at Portugal because we lost to Porto. You know, certain United fans were laughing, and I want to make sure we get 3 points, but certain fans were laughing about late-minute goals. It will be said, yeah, once an Arsenal man, always an Arsenal man. And, you know, you would have seen the Fulham Man United game. Let's do our job, man. Let's just keep going. We get Porto on the rebound. We need to be winning games. You know, sorry, people, but I don't think we're winning the Premier League title personally. I like the trajectory. I like where we're going. I just don't think at this current moment in time, we have simply enough. That being said, I don't want the players or the manager, which they won't, to have that sort of mentality or believe that really and truly, because for me, we need to give ourselves a chance. Where my issue is that essentially it is out of our hands, people, in the sense of you're reliant on Liverpool and City to drop points. In life, if your destiny is controlled by other people, then you're in trouble, and football mirrors life really and truly. So we hope for the best. And to be honest with you, you can't look beyond what's in front of you, but we need to be taking maximum points or not dropping points on too many occasions heading into the Manchester City game on the 31st of March, people. So yeah, hopefully it's a decent game. Shout out the members. Clement has said, big night tonight at the Emirates. Smash the likes to increase the YouTube algorithm. Comment, super chats and discussion points if needed. One love, Matt. Big up yourself. Big up the channel CEO, American Gunner. As he said, welcome to a great community. Cure Trinity blessings. Appreciate that. And right back at you, Manny. You're always here as well, as is Josh. And you've said it there. Revenge is needed, man. Revenge is sweet in life. We shouldn't seek revenge. It robs us of ourselves and our spirituality and things like that. But where football's concerned, yeah, man, Newcastle have been forcing the rivalry with us. While you can't go back in time, you think of times Arsenal maybe shouldn't have dropped points. I would say, the 2 games against Fulham, shooting ourselves in the foot against Chelsea and obviously Spurs. And again, I personally feel there was something more to be said. Obviously, ultimately, if you win the game, you were the better team, but the best team doesn't always win. Unfortunately, like they say in life, the winners win and the losers explain. And, there's plenty of analysis to be had in the game, the reverse fixture where we shouldn't have lost to Newcastle. They tried to bully us. We weren't getting bullied, but we didn't create. Ultimately, if you're not creating in the opponent's half, then you leave yourself susceptible, which we saw. And I'd also add West Ham at home and Aston Villa away to that, really and truly. And it's them sort of games we need to be talking about less, in my opinion, if we are to win a Premier League title. We've got 54 minutes until kickoff, people. If you have got any talking points, predictions, etc., let me know. In terms of just random stats, people, allegedly Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 11 Premier League home games against Newcastle, with last season's goalless draw ending a 10-game winning run. That was their last such defeat against the Magpies, people, was in November 2010. Having won 1-0 at St James's Park in the reverse fixture in November, Newcastle are looking to complete the Premier League double over Arsenal for just a second time. The last time they did it was in the 94-95 seasons. I was born in 95, so yeah, it'd be the first time I saw that. Hopefully that ain't the case. Arsenal failed to score in 3 of their last 4 Premier League games against Newcastle, as many as they had in their previous 27 against them. So Eddie Howe does seem to provide a bit of kryptonite where Mikel Arteta's tactics are concerned. Now, I do personally think Newcastle are going to be on the front foot a bit more than they were. I think they're going to be they're going to have a bit more respect. I mean, a bit less respect in an attacking sense than at their place. But that being said, you'd imagine they're going to be, we've seen it. It's not even just a Newcastle thing. Take nothing away from Eddie Howe and his team and what they're doing. But, to kind of stop Arsenal, low blocks, mid blocks, rigid systems, you have half a chance, really. We're going to play out from the back well. We've got some good players and whatnot. And for Arsenal, beyond the obvious against Porto, that happened against Porto, I want to see a reaction. I haven't seen the lineup. I'd assume, Jesus has been in the squad. I don't know if Gabriel Jesus or anyone that is injured that's back's going to start. So I imagine, without getting the lineup up for you people, that it is the same team. And what I would say to Mikel Arteta and the players is find solutions. It's not a diss on Kyrgios or Havertz, but, in terms of build-up play, that's not a strength of Kai Havertz. And if he starts, I think you need him today. But if he's, if he's not helping him build up play and you make him make those third-man runs from midfield and you're not hitting him, then you rendered him irrelevant. Kyrgios is a limited player at left-back. I'm not boying him. He's doing his thing, but it's not Zinchenko, better or worse. So you've already got, you're essentially playing with 9 players against, where they're playing with 11 men in their own half is what you'd expect. Benjamin White, obviously, as I said, I like it from Mikel Arteta because you enhance the strengths of players and limit their limitations. So Benjamin White was inverting. But if Benjamin White inverts again, Saka's obviously going to have to drop to the halfway line. Odegaard and Declan Rice are probably going to have to do too much in midfield. Find solutions. Don't know how you do it. Don't care how you do it. Smash the like button. Let me know your predictions and your thoughts, people. And subscribe if you haven't. So yeah, we need to have our shooting boots. Goals win games. Goals win games. Games gets you points. Ultimately, that's what you're doing on the board. Big up Declan Rice because they're talking to him pre-game. Apparently, Jose Perez was the last Newcastle player to score an away Premier League goal against Arsenal in December 2014. That's mad. Arsenal began a calendar year with 5 successive league wins for the first time in the club's history, improving their goal difference by +19 during this run. 21 goals for, 2 goals against. Only between February and April of 2023, in brackets, a run of 7, have the Gunners won more Premier League games consecutively in a single season under Mikel Arteta. And we're going to need to see that kind of form. Again, a couple of my friends are at the Emirates, people, sources as you could call them. Apparently there's going to be a light show and all of that 15 minutes before kickoff. So again, when you hear what Mikel Arteta has said about the going into the game, Odegaard, I'm sure you all saw the collaborative piece with Getz. the musician. I can't imagine you lot don't know. So there's an emphasis on top of the light show thing for atmosphere today, and we're going to need it. When the Emirates is rocking, it's electric. We've never been the biggest and noisiest bunch, and definitely where the Emirates is concerned. But every now and again, there's a soul to the Emirates. I know match-going fans have an issue with the atmosphere and probably the ticketing as well, because for a world-class establishment, that these things should reflect that. But it is what it is. Where the lineup is concerned, people, there's one change. Jorginho's coming. You know what? I'm for that. I'm for that. Right, have what's up front. Trust it on the bench. I hear it, Arteta. Havertz allows us to go direct, and he doesn't score goals up front, but he does all of that. Saka, I need it today. Pause. I need you to do your thing today. Martinelli and Odegaard, you lot. I rarely tweet, but I said Odegaard is bagging. Martinelli's doing something today. You two do not let me down. Jorginho, these are the kind of games you want to see from you, man. Like, Jorginho's a bit of an enigma because there are some games that obviously highlight his lack of athleticism and stuff, but it seems like the bigger games, Jorginho does a decent job in them, and we need, again, as I said, find solutions. We're going to need Jorginho just so Odegaard doesn't have to do everything and Declan Rice doesn't have to do anything in the middle of the park. Obviously, our attacking players could probably even stay deeper to a slight degree. If Jorginho obviously is doing his thing, Rice is doing his thing, Odegaard's doing his thing, there's less of an emphasis on Benjamin White having to try and mimic Zinchenko in that inverted role. You'd imagine he'd do that. Saliba, Gabriel need you up for it today. If I'm honest with you lot, Saliba, great player. But whisper it internally, Arsenal fans. The last couple of games, he's been a bit, not shaky, not poor, but Saliba's been a bit crazy. It's been a bit mad. Well, didn't have the best of games against Porto, and for example. So let's get back to it. Kirill, I can't remember the last time you had a run like this in the team. Probably, last season towards the tail end. Do your thing. On the bench, you've got Aaron Ramsdale, Cedric Suarez. Again, I say it every stream, you have to respect the hustle of Cedric Suarez. El Nene, you also have to respect his hustle. Fabio Vieira, who's back from injury. Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Trossard, Jesus, and Nketiah. Nice to have Jesus back. Don't know how many minutes he's got in the legs, but it'd be nice to, see him come back with a bang. You know what? I'm going to go with my prediction. It's a bit mad. I can't see 4 goals, but based on how Newcastle are going to set up and based on, us maybe taking a hit against Porto, but at the same time, we've scored a lot of goals in the Prem recently, and we should believe we could do it today, really and truly. I'm going to go for 3-1, man. I'd love a clean sheet. I don't think we're going to get one. I think Newcastle are going to have a bit more about them in an attacking sense, and it will be an interesting setup, really. Eddie Howe's a very good manager. Mikel Arteta is very good tactically. It'd be lit. I'm going to go for 3-1 Arsenal. Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts. Big up American Gunner as well. As the man said, hit the like button. And appreciative to you lot who have. If you haven't hit the like button, don't be surprised when we don't get 3 points. If you're an Arsenal fan and you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you do such. If you don't support Arsenal, you're just tuned in, then one love. But yeah, man. And I'm not going to lie, can we just win the game? Because hopefully Liverpool can do their job tomorrow. Obviously, you've seen what's happened with United. The group chat can be rocking. And spoiler alert, people, I'm actually, after this live stream, I thought, let me try and run to the Emirates. Regardless of the result, I'm going to try and run to the Emirates and see if we can get an AFTV interview. If I don't, I tried. Josh is saying 2-1 Arsenal. American Gunner's gone with 2-0. I want the clean sheet. I'm saying 3-1. I'd rather the 2-0. But I'm saying 3-1. I think Martinelli's getting on the score sheet. Jesus off the bench on the score sheet. Odegaard's going to do something. I'm going to say Odegaard goal, but goal assist, he's going to do something. If I'm completely honest with you guys, I think Martin Odegaard is the only player, for me anyways, that could leave that game against Porto. Not that he will, because it's a team sport. I played good because I think Odegaard was the only one I think did his job really and truly. And even then, again, having to do too much. So I'm quite fortunate. And as mad as it is, Havertz has to start because who else is going to play? But Havertz has to play. Like, he offers us a direct outlet, a physical outlet, and Havertz is an enigma because the team chemistry and the tactics and all of that, he does it. And he does obviously have standout moments. He's got some last minute winners and good moments like that. But across 90 minutes, he's not a passenger, but on the ball, he's a bit of a passenger, if that makes sense. His movement's great. All of that stuff is great. He's clearly intelligent because he's able to take on what Arteta demands of him, but he's not getting on the ball like Jorginho. He's not influencing things like Odegaard. He's not making definitive actions like Saka. I would extend that to Martinelli, but his form's been on the floor, really and truly. And Benjamin White, there's rumours he's getting a new contract. Do your thing. I'm a bit annoyed because it's another week of where the hell is Tomiyasu? Like, what's going on since January? Like, we're bordering on March now. Like, where is Tomiyasu? What's going on? Like, I remember saying against Liverpool, I hope you're back for that. West Ham, I hope you're back for that. Burnley, I hope you're back for that. Porto, I hope you're back for that. You know, Tomiyasu, if you're not going to be fit anytime soon, I don't know what you do. I don't care what you do. Just make sure for Chelsea and Manchester City, you're available, man. And, you know, everybody else who's injured, big up Fabio Vieira being back. I would say, you know, I love Thomas Partey. I think we need him, but it's a road that's boring, man, really. 3-0 by God's grace. I need that clean sheet. I want a clean sheet. I'm dying for a clean sheet, man, but I don't know. I just think Newcastle might do something today. And actually, what's Newcastle's lineup? I would say first 5 minutes, let Bruno Gomares know you're there. You know, he's been a bit of a villain against us. I mean, I think he's still stung by the fact that we didn't sign him. Ain't Karius the guy that played for Liverpool? Listen, Arsenal, big up Karius. Shoot, please. Shoot, please. There's no excuse for no goals. But at the same time, you have to respect Newcastle's lineup. They've got Lee Vermento, who's a decent fullback, can play on either side. Kieran Trippier, being an ex-Spurs lad. I hope Martinelli gives him the welcome he deserves. Almiron can cause problems. Isaac is a player with all love at Arsenal, and you'd imagine Martin Odegaard and him will chop it up after the game. But Odegaard needs to be telling everyone connected to Arsenal his strengths. You know, Anthony Gordon is looking great at Newcastle this season. Young million midfield, doesn't look 17, 18. Longstaff is industrious. Bruno Gomares is very industrious and very much a gracious and an ugly footballer. You know, when he's not interested in elbowing people in their head and things, he's a brilliant footballer. He's one that I would have loved at Arsenal, you know, really and truly. I think that's a signing that should have been done. You know, we was linked with him and Paqueta over at West Ham, for example, and we haven't got none really and truly. So it is where it is on their bench. Well, to be fair, Ramsdale's been linked with a move to Newcastle. I wonder what will get done there. Welcome back, Joe Willock. Hope the story isn't, you know, he comes off the bench and scores. They're not playing Dan Burn. They knew Dan Burn could get cooked against Bukayo Saka today. Big up Dan Burn, but yeah, it's not safe. Just no early yellows. There's going to be a couple yellow cards in this sort of game, man. It's the Disgracia derby. Some of you don't remember Mikel Arteta's comments earlier in the season. Newcastle, let's be realistic, they're getting a goal in. They probably will, if I'm completely honest. We've got 2-1s, we've got 3-0s, we've got 3-1s. Strong bench, super hench. Paul, I hear that, but would you say this is a strong? Maybe by, you know what, by Arsenal standards and no one being fit, probably could say it's a strong lineup. I mean, strong bench. But really, fair enough. All right, you know, not that respectfully to Ramsdale. I know Arteta talks about, well, once spoke about subbing goalkeepers and whatnot. Don't expect to see him, but England international, all right. I mean, we can say Cedric's a Portuguese international, which he is, but, you know, you don't, respectfully to Cedric, you don't really want to see him. And if I'm Young Waters, I'm not going to lie, I'm cutting from Arsenal in the summer. I'll be real. I hope he stays in that as a fan. But if I'm him, I'm cutting because Cedric has played in the dead rubber or come off the bench before you. He's in the squad now and his future's not here. Arsenal want to show you your future's there. Obviously, experience is overrated, but it can't be overstated. And that's what is in Cedric's favour. But I'd cut. El Nene, end of the season. Well, thank you for the service, but we need you. Fabio Vieira, be nice to actually see you get on a football pitch again. Reece Nelson, you do your thing. You look, no, I'm a big fan of Smith Rowe, even though his days appear numbered. You know, by default, Trossard is the strongest option on the bench. To be fair, you could throw Jesus there. It's nice to have Jesus back, but would you really say this is a strong bench? Really? Is El Nene the 6 you want to see? You know, is Cedric the defender you want to see if you're trying to close out games? To which I know I'm not saying we should have kept Tierney, but and it's two different sides, but a Kieran Tierney, a fit Timber, a fit Tomiyasu, even a half fit Zinchenko at this moment in time. You know, Fabio Vieira is a great technical footballer, and I'm not dissing him, I rate him a lot, but it's like a bag of randoms. You just don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get from him, really. Slightly, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe ain't been fit. Trossard sick. If anyone can claim to be super sub, yeah. To be fair, Nketiah shows you across a couple of games a season, he has a great impact on off the bench or whatever in general, but yeah. Shameless settings, I feel awkward today, 7-0 to Arsenal. But hey, if we were to score 4 goals, I'm telling you, I'd still be shook if I'm completely honest. Some of you lot remember a few years ago what happened. Appreciate you for subscribing, man. So yeah, man, hopefully it's business as usual, but it's quite scary if I'm honest. What statistics have we got? Arsenal have won 11 and lost none of their last 12 matches in all comps at home to Newcastle. Saka has scored 7 times in his last 6 Premier League outings. Hope that continues today. Arsenal failed to score in 3 of their last 4 Premier League games against Newcastle, so that needs to stop. And once again, Newcastle failed to score in their last 8 visits to the Emirates in all comps. Long may that continue. You've seen that already, and that's irrelevant. Should we see what the other results are saying before I put that back on screen for you lot? Right, what happened over there? Aston Villa 4, Nottingham Forest 2, Brighton and Everton was 1-1. Crystal Palace absolutely demolished Burnley 3-0. As we were alluding to earlier, a late minute winner from Iwobi saw Fulham beat Man United 2-1. And currently in the 90th minute, as you can see there, City are beating Bournemouth 1-0. I don't look at the league table, and I don't know if this is the real one, and I might close my eyes, but it says Arsenal on 55 points. Cool, we know Aston Villa won. They're 3 points behind us. You got a game in hand technically on Liverpool, City, and Aston Villa. Make it count. Simple as that. Close the gap somewhat to City. But hey, and what after this in March? I think we've got next month. No, I'm capping about next Monday. 2 weeks. Well, not this Monday, the following Monday. I'm sure we're playing on the 4th to Sheffield United. That needs to be 3 points as well. We need to just be winning these games. It's as simple as that, folks, man. Got in late. Shout out DG. Don't think the club owes the fans an explanation on this party. Do you mean, don't you think the club owes an explanation on the party thing? It's getting pathetic. I don't know about any off the field potential dealings and all of that. And if he's guilty of them alleged things, then we shouldn't even be talking about you as a footballer. Your kneecap should be broken, really. But in relation to him on a football pitch, I mean, a club is never going to fully disclose his injury situation. But it would be one where you wish you knew, man. Come on, my guy. Where's Tomiyasu, man? Was fit during the Asia Cup. We haven't heard anything since then. Has Arteta given him holiday? I don't know, man, because Arteta plays it a bit coy with injuries and fitness and stuff. You know, I just have to take it as maybe they're being precautious with Tomiyasu. Maybe he's carrying a knock. Maybe there's some reluctance. Maybe, I don't believe it, but maybe just not seen as a good tactical option. What I would say is, you know, Tomiyasu, a key member of the squad. Thomas Partey, a key member of the squad. Jesus, a key member of the squad. Zinchenko, a key member of the squad. He's fit now, but Jorginho, a key member of the squad. What's one thing these lot got in common? You know, Timber's the one, you know, we allow him because it's his first injury. Those are key players that frequently pick up injuries. Now, I'll never get out of footballer for picking up a knock. It happens, you know, but we keep saying the same things. How many times are we going to watch the same old movies hoping for a new beginning? Big up yourself, Derek, man. I was more nervous against Porto than today. I feel confident for this game. Real results, probably 2-1 Arsenal, but it'll be a comfortable 2-0 than a bozo error we hang on. Where the Prem's concerned, I'm just at the point, just get the 3 points, man. Just get 3 points. Get 3 points and go home, man. But I would love to see it being a, you know, pick up where you left off against West Ham and Burnley. Two very talented playmakers, Jorginho and Odegaard, will break the line and low block. They're going to need to. But again, you know, they can have all the creativity they want with a football, but it's all reliant on movement. So that's on Saka, Martinelli, Kai Havertz will be interested. And to be fair, his movement is going to be the most crucial, really, in opening up gaps for, respectfully to Havertz, the key players to exploit. So be interested, man. Again, hindsight's a wonderful thing. And I was crying. Big up you, that was part of my watch along for the Porto game, but I was crying for Jorginho to come off that bench. Now, when he came off that bench, I've got to be honest, he was crap, but I'm for that change. I'm with Havertz. I'd rather have... It's mad because I think Havertz should play left 8. I don't really like him up front. But if you're going to kind of play Jorginho or somebody else, then I don't mind Havertz being up front, really. You know, in a weird way, you know, it's like a coach told me. Typically, if you're in school, you're playing football with your friends, 9 times out of 10, if you're playing five-a-side, people put the worst player in goal, which there's sense to that. There's a goalie there. A lot of people, especially 11-a-side, or when I used to coach amateur football, the worst player go up front. I'd rather you make mistakes up front. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You miss a chance, rather than in midfield or in defense where it's costly. I'm not saying that is Havertz, but in relation to our build-up play from David Raya to Odegaard, I'd rather Havertz not be involved in that regards. That being said, you know he's going to drop deep and get involved. Havertz does all of them things there well. It's just, you just want a bit more from a 65 million German international. He does look settled. He is finding his feet, and you know, nobody's really waffling about is he a flop or not. I'm not saying these conversations are done, but yeah, we've got 66 likes, people. Can we get to 100? All of them are not European. Maybe they don't have that. They all have one common. I'm not sure on the second part of that, my dude. But yeah, man, hopefully we win the game today. Shout out yourself, Johnny, man. Let's get the W. Obviously, I want to win convincingly and all of that sort of stuff. But I always say first things first, just get the 3 points, man. Get the 3 points first. We discuss performance and all of that jazz after. But in an ideal world, you want a clean sheet. You want 3 points. I'll say of all the players, I would like Martinelli to score. I know he got an assist in the last Prem game, but it just feels like where, you know, goals are being given out or gifted to us by the opposition because of how good we're playing. Martinelli, this is how you scumbag some statistics. And after a whirlwind of last season, you know, he's not really carried on in that vein, really. Is it just a purple patch or have you truly brought goals to your game? Big up yourself, Danny. Is there an argument that Martinelli could do better from the bench when is there an argument that Martinelli does better when he comes off the bench? I guess so. It worked didn't it work against Crystal Palace? To be honest, I didn't think Trossard be dropped. Obviously, Mikel Arteta clearly don't want to change too many things tactically more than he's done already. You know, we know the form's been all right, but we are, you know, definitely the last 3 Premier League games, including today, this team has gone out there because there really and truly isn't anything else to kind of deal with there, really. So maybe he says, you know what, Jorginho coming in, Havertz going there. Martinelli typically plays off the left in what has been a disjointed left-hand side for Arsenal. Maybe 2 changes is better than 3. But in terms of form, I know he was poor against Porto, but Trossard's probably been our best player, or one of them at the very least. I thought he could, you know, you're all right. Martinelli probably should be on the bench, really. Maybe it's not last chance saloon, but quote-unquote last chance saloon. If you don't do something today, then against Sheffield United away, then maybe Trossard starts that. I'll say it again. I feel the ball over the top will win us the game. Hopefully, that's where Mr. Kai Havertz is there. Nelly has been below average. I know he's got more in him. He knows it as well. Martinelli's still a star boy, but he shows why, to be honest, beyond the obvious, hit between him and Bukayo Saka, there's massive levels. And at 22 years of age, Martinelli, you now need to show us a bit more consistency, man. Still love the guy. It's a bit mad, though. 5 goals and 2 assists. Wait, just so I can remind myself, what did you get last season? 15 goals in the Prem, 30 out of 36 appearances. And it really should be 16 because one was robbed of him against Man United. Boy, still love the guy, though, man, but he's missing something. And I think Martinelli is a winger, but long term, there is every, I think, conversation to be had about him potentially becoming a striker. No point playing up front if you ain't got your goal scoring boots. Although I'm being a hypocrite because, you know, the people who play up front for Arsenal aren't necessarily the most prolific or anything, but essentially, so depends how you look at it. Big up my guy. I ain't even sent corn from the loss the other day. What loss? I don't know what you're referring to, my dude, man. Me and the missus back again. Hopefully some funny calls later. Big up my guy. Dominic, at least someone got the missus back in it. You know what I'm saying there? Boy, is what it is. Shout out to you, man. Your W is my W. Newcastle are going to want to get stuck in and try to bully us, so we've got to remain subtle. I hear that. Need all 3 points today or it's wrapped. Jay, I'm probably sounding like a broken record. You don't get, at any point now, if we don't get 3 points, there's no point. Like, if we don't take all of these points going into the Man City game, there's else. Sorry, people. I took the starting 11 off the screen for you lot. And let me just, I do this all the time, but I just want to see our fixtures in the Prem. So, yeah, we can't look beyond Newcastle, but we've got Newcastle at home. Then we've got Sheffield United away. Then we've got Brentford at home. Then we've got Chelsea on the 16th of March. Then we've got Manchester City on the 31st of March. There's a lot of games, man. There's a lot of games. I know we've been saying it all the time, but this is a decisive period in the season. Literally everything could be won or lost. Obviously, if the scoreline remains 0-0 in the second leg against Porto, we are out. The talking points are going to be from now until the City game and probably hereafter, you know, what we can or can't do where the Premier League is concerned. I don't know where you lot are. Like, on paper, with the form and stuff, you should have every bit of confidence going into this run of games. But what actually happens and what's talked about before a game are different things. And we still have this element of making things harder for ourselves and this element of self-capitulation. Newcastle aren't exactly in a great run of form, so we should be picking up 3 points. In theory, we should be beating Sheffield United away. They're handing out 3 points. Brentford, they're still scary, but it's not based on their form. It's not quite the Brentford that has been in the last couple of years, Ivan Toney or not. Chelsea, obviously, they're still in poor form, but we shot ourselves in the foot at Stamford Bridge, but we should be doing something there. And the one that you're really like, oh, you never know, is probably City away. But again, what you should do is very different to actually what happens, people. So we're literally going to have to see, man. Don't worry about Sheffield United. They're rubbish. I live in Sheffield, and boy, it's a big drop-off with both the local teams. Some teams win Champions Leagues in Porto. Other teams, however, you become history merchants. Are you pleased with the depth of our bench? As I said earlier, based on the fact that there's been injuries and we can't really buy players to stay fit, yeah, Do I think this is a bench of a Premier League winner or the image I would like Arsenal to keep going in? Nope. You know, if you just look at El Nene, no disrespect to him, but I'd like a better number 6 if that was the case. Would like a better versatile fullback available than Cedric. You know, and with the attacking players, I don't really know. There's only 2 players I really know what I'm getting from. You know, we've got confidence in Trossard. Obviously, whatever you say about Jesus, he's a great player. Fabio Vieira I've got a lot of time for him, but if you come off the bench and we're chasing a game, I don't know what Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, or Emil Smith-Rowe, based on current form, is turning up. So, no. But it's better than what it could be. No party again. He's got to go. Our bench is dead. Got to break their legs today. No, listen, we don't advocate breaking legs, man. We want everyone to leave the Emirates in one piece, man. But if they try and get physical with us, let's do our thing. Let's get physical. Man City won. It's looking wavy at the summit. Yeah, but you know, it's like if a bunch of girls go to a rave and you know, there's like 5 of them and there's 3 key friends, and you know, the BFF and the actual one you're looking at, they're the sexy ones, and then you got the dead friend, and one of your friends is gonna have to take one for the team. That's basically where we're at in the title race. We're kind of at City and Liverpool's mercy. But the best thing we can do is control the controllables, control what we can control in this life. And football's no different. If we take 3 points, we keep the conversation going. And we hope, while I don't advocate injuries, we hope that Liverpool's injuries, you know, take the toll on the team. You pray to God City actually lose games. Drawing isn't enough. They need to be losing games, even though can't really see too many times they'll drop points. But yeah, we got another 3-1 Arsenal, same as me. Man City have been playing poorly recently. They might have, and again, we need them to drop points, but they're still doing the business. Slyly, even Liverpool. Liverpool's last couple of games, they played Burnley and I think Luton. They weren't exactly amazing, but it's the business end of the season. I'm sure Klopp and the players would want to do both, you know, play well and win well, but it's about doing what they're doing. Leao should be starting over Martinelli, potentially. Bro, you see what I say about Trossard? He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's way too hot and cold when it comes to performances. Trossard's just a squad player, man. When he's in a purple patch of form, I think he should play. And yeah, this is why I said why I believe, don't shoot me, people, but I believe Trossard is overrated within Arsenal fans. That I think he's a great player. I've described him as the best finisher at the club. We just put him on a level he's not. Yeah, Trossard's good. And to be fair, if I was Trossard, I know it's a team thing and all of that stuff. Smash the like button if you haven't, people, and big up you lot on Twitch. If away from that, if I'm Trossard, Martinelli should be on the bench, man. How's my day going? I've been a bit nervous about this game, really. I've just been doing what needs to be done, taking care of business, somewhat enjoying the weekend. And yeah, I've been nervous. This game has actually been on my mind more than a lot of Arsenal games. I typically, before we live stream together, I don't typically think about the game or anything. Today I have, though, because I want to win. Oh, not Sky Sports, TNT Sports are reminding us of the Porto game. So I'll switch back over when the game kicks off, man. Leao is even more inconsistent than Nelly. What, Rafa Leao? He ain't scored for a while. Do you want to see another year of Trossard and Nelson, or should they both go? I think we need to bring in a winger. I think Trossard's cool. I think Nelson's cool. If he's cool to stay in the little role that you're in and, you know, do your thing, then fair enough. But probably, unless there's a significant uptake in his performance, probably should look for pastors new. Maybe is someone that could be utilized, you know, selling and getting some money. But I think Trossard stays. I'm utilizing Trossard for a year or two until it, you know, becomes apparent we need to get him gone. Trossard only signed a 3-year deal. So yeah, and he is 29. I mean, with the greatest of respect to Trossard, clearly, you know, when we signed him, it was and it's worked out. And I'm not dissing him, but it's a stopgap. You know, him, Jorginho, it's tying us over for a year or two. And, you know, it is someone that essentially, you know, we're just using in that regards, really and truly. And it was a good plan B. Mudryk didn't work. You got Trossard, obviously Premier League experience. Clearly, you know, you could see at Brighton, Trossard's the kind of player that definitely under Arsene Wenger's stewardship that you would define as an Arsenal player. And obviously it's followed Arteta and his philosophy. So yeah, man, big him up, man. Can't show it, man. Can't show the game, unfortunately. You're just gonna have to listen to my commentary. Keep Trossard, sell Nelson, and sign Nico Williams or Neto. They're saying 80 million for Pedro Neto. That's crazy, man. I do think Wolves are probably pricing him out of a move at this moment in time. The market isn't open, so make of that what you will. But yeah, who would you rather, Chelsea or Liverpool win tomorrow? Easy, Liverpool. Like, both pagans, but I never want Chelsea to win anything, really and truly, unless I worked for them. Shameless, I know. But yeah, man, wouldn't want Chelsea to win. Wouldn't want Chelsea to win at all, man. But then again, if Chelsea do win, Pochettino's left and won a trophy, or we ran that gimmick for PSG when he was there. But yeah, man, you get the point. Not blaming Havertz for anything. But do his contributions justify playing every game? Don't feel like he has enough influence to justify his spot. Impact sub maybe, but don't see him a starter. I mean, crucially, in Mikel Arteta's mind, yeah, because he bought him for 65 million. He's been starting, and I guess so. From whatever Arteta is demanding from a tactical point of view, while there's no standout attributes or moments from Havertz, he's deemed that he's that. I do think Havertz, I'm trying to pick my words very carefully here. I would describe him as having good movement, as having good intelligence, and being a good off-the-ball player in line with what Arteta wants. But yeah, in terms of performances, grabbing the game by the scuff of its neck, just getting on the ball, like, I know he's done well in some moments, but no, he's just not that player. And Arteta knows more about football than me. I'll back the manager, but we've got a versatile player that's shown he can play up front and do things, but not really enough. Doesn't make us any better to get towards what Liverpool and City have done, really and truly. And it's a weird one because I think Havertz should play in centre midfield 9 times out of 10. But if he was to put up a highlights package of Kai Havertz, it's going to be a lot of tactical fouls and getting into argy-bargy with the ref, but it probably would be him playing up front. Like one of his best games for Arsenal Football Club, probably that defeat in the FA Cup, really, against Liverpool. But yeah, let's just say next season, clearly next season, I don't want this to be a thing. DG, do you think Arteta has lost faith in Eddie because he hasn't been used recently with the last few games? In my opinion, I think he's lost faith in him. Out of touch, man. Obviously the form of the players has been good. And let's be honest, Eddie Nketiah, I think Arteta rates him. I think he likes him. Obviously, there's been times Eddie Nketiah's form, whether it's been as a byproduct of people not being fit or he's just played well, he's played his way into the lineup. But you're not in the immediate thinking right now. Obviously, where you look at Eddie Nketiah, whatever you say about Trossard, Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and all of them, they've all got a bit more on the ball than Eddie Nketiah. I think his general plays improved and whatnot, but them guys will do things in 1 or 2 touches. Eddie Nketiah is going to need 3 or 4 with the greatest of respect. So probably, but if we're, God forbid, but if we're struggling in the game, Eddie Nketiah comes off the bench and he plays out of this world, that's how you get back in the lineup. It's a weird one because I do like Eddie Nketiah's mentality and stuff like that. And obviously he's living out his childhood dream playing for Arsenal, being capped by the country and all of that stuff. But if I'm Eddie Nketiah, is it now time for you to get out your comfort zone and do what you might be scared of leaving Arsenal? I know you're wearing the number 14 and things. Havertz, who is anything but a striker, is playing up front ahead of you. Trossard played ahead of you. Fit Jesus plays ahead of you. And obviously, what the club are at, the same way we talk about transfers, the players must be talking about rumours or indirectly, Nketiah must know that we're looking for a striker. So I always wonder, when will he think he needs to move on? And I think every scenario should be open to Eddie. I think selling him, I think him, if he's on the Nelson thing and just on being part of the squad, great. However many games you get is however many games you get. I actually wouldn't be against. I'm not saying he'll become a madness and bring him back into the team, but if you loan him out and he has a purple patch of a season, like what you saw with Joe Willock at Newcastle, or to a degree Solanke this year, whatever you're asking for him now, if we're having this conversation a year from now, we ultimately get more money. Nketiah must know, but at the same time, you have to be a pro. And that's why I like Eddie Nketiah's mentality. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want if that's what he wanted to do. But the show keeps spinning. The show's going to keep moving on, really and truly. You just have no choice but to get on with it. But as a player, man, like the manager, and a manager can't keep everybody happy, as we know. But the manager can say, I trust you, I believe in you, this, that, and the third in the press conference or to you personally. The only way a manager can show that he really rates you beyond the obvious and what we've been talking about is you playing games. It's a bit like with Aaron Ramsdale, a bit different, but with Aaron Ramsdale, Arteta can say he likes him, he's training well, he's blah, blah, blah. Who's played all the games? Who's played in the important games? I haven't seen Raya, not that there's been many, but I haven't seen Raya not playing the knockout stages of the Champions League so far. I've seen him play in the top games, the top 6 clashes. So at the end of the day, backs against the wall, this is, in a decisive period where we need to win games. This is what you need, man. This is what you need. Trossard and Havertz starting over me. I'm peed if I'm Eddie. Of course, but Eddie and his, one thing I like about him is his self-awareness. He knows in life nobody cares. And the men are better than you for whatever Arteta is demanding. So maybe just make yourself a super sub. And now with Jesus fit, boy, but this is the reality. If we want Arsenal to go where we want, not everyone can last this marathon, really and truly. And, what I would say is, what benefit right now does, and I'm not trying to diss him, I'm just being devil's advocate. What benefit right now does Eddie Nketiah have being in the squad? It's literally just being in the squad. We've got we've got a weak bench, we've got injuries, you're about. But what does he bring? There's nothing really and truly. Essentially, there's nothing Eddie can do that the majority of the strikers that we're utilising can't do. Well, in fact, to be fair, he can't put the ball in the back of the net. You know, Jesus bars on the floor with that. Nelson and Eddie won't get this kind of money again. What are we going to get for Reece Nelson, though? Maybe a little 10, 15? Eddie and Nketiah, just based on him being linked with clubs, you might get a decent fee. But it's up for, you know, I'm not saying Eddie is happy with the situation, but from a lifestyle point of view, if you believe that you can play for Arsenal Football Club, which he showed, like, I ain't seen Jesus score a hat-trick, you know. Just a few months ago, Eddie and Nketiah had a hat-trick. I'm wearing the number 14. I'm living my dream coming through the academy, wearing number 14 as a Haylender. The manager does rate me to a point. I have shown I can dislodge Jesus and get into the lineup of some. You know, obviously I'm a London boy. I'm living the dream. From a lifestyle point of view, all my friends, maybe my girlfriend, all of this stuff is in London. I've been capped by England, technically playing for Arsenal. What is pushing me out the door? Because surely it makes more sense to a degree for Eddie to go play if you're looking at football. But, you know, is it a factor where Eddie has to force a move, or is it in Arsenal's best interest to proactively look to move him on? I wouldn't say Eddie Nketiah is crap, but everyone's allowed an opinion. Eddie is crap. Should have sold him 2 years ago. Nelson, 10 to 15 million. For me, we should have given Eddie or Reece raises. We shouldn't, I think you mean. Eddie knows that he'll get his time because Jesus gets injured every 2 to 3 weeks. Boy, Eddie, 15 to 20. We need to start robbing teams, man. Get 30 million for Eddie, keep it moving. Eddie does nothing off the bench. He's useless to us. Harsh, man. I can't understand Arteta's tactics and decisions in certain games. This just feels like a low-budget movie. I'll just roll up and pray for the best. DG, did you see the stat? Bar the 0 shots on target thing. Havertz, the rest of the 11 made their Champions League knockout stage debut. Boy, Jorginho? Oh, you said starting 11. And I guess that's where it's a thing where experience can never be... Experience, as I always say, is overrated, but it can never be overstated. But at the same time, like... Yeah, all right, that might be your first time playing in the Champions League in the knockout stages. And I can't comprehend as someone who has never been in that situation what it means. But, you know, and there's probably negative naiveties in that. But at the same time, if you've never been in that, there could be some positive naiveties. And I'm sure some of you, whether it's at Arsenal before, you've played in hostile football matches or football pitches or football grounds. You know, there's a lot of transferable experience. You know, Declan Rice has played in the Conference League. A lot of these boys have played under us in the Europa. Some of you have played for your countries. You know, Premier League football, while it's not the Champions League, there's a lot of pressure. So how far does that really go in the grand scheme of things? How far does that really go? I hear it, but did we lack it? You know, was there a bit of that? I don't know. I think it's more on a tactical front what we was doing. And I think some of the issues that happened to us against Porto have happened several times this season. And ultimately, you sign up for that when you've got the personnel available, man. Ainsley and Joe took their chances and left to get playing time. Exactly. And then, look, Joe Willock's at a big club in Newcastle. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, it was a bit different, but he's found himself at Lyon now. Big up DG, should have started Eddie. First one to say that. Maybe, you never know. Smith Rowe and Reece should play some games, especially when we're 3-0 up. Why Arteta doesn't rest Saka at times. To be fair, last 2 games, he's pulled Saka off. Any team that buys Eddie for 30 million has to be on crack. Let's find an East then, really. I'm saying 2-1 to Arsenal, Saka and Havertz to score. When Eddie leaves, who will get the number 14? Hopefully, Ivan Toney, dream chasing. Not a clue, man. Not a clue. Whoever the new striker is, man. Just please wear that number 14 and be a proven goal scorer, man. Like, I just want to be in a world where there's a guy that, I'm not saying you have to win the Golden Boot, but, you know, when we had Aubameyang, you knew he was going to be up there with Kane and Salah for goals, and goals win games, and goals could, you know, how many times have we maybe played poorly and a goal could just rob us an extra 3 points? I don't know, man. We want Eddie to leave, but on 100K a week, I think Eddie in the back of his mind is more than happy to ride it out, especially knowing Jesus is injured every 2 to 3 weeks. If you're given the choice of winning the Prem or the Champs, which will you pick? I'll take the Champions League just to shut Chelsea fans up. To be honest, I don't think anyone can look past the Champions League, man. You know, our European pedigree as a club is atrocious, really, and it's the Champions League. That's the pinnacle of club football. Like, the only thing, if I was a footballer that I'd want to win over the Champions League, would be the World Cup, essentially. We need to sell Nketiah, Nelson, Smith Rowe, Partey, Onene, Cedric, Ramsdale, Jesus, Zinchenko. Not good enough for Arsenal. Bit harsh to say Ramsdale, Jesus, Zinchenko, Partey, Nelson, Smith Rowe aren't good enough. Cedric needs to cut. Nketiah's he's playing in it, so the manager thinks he's good enough for Arsenal, but I think he should be moved on. Probably think it's time for Nelson to move on. Probably the same with Smith Rowe, but you know, is there a reality where we're going to get rid of Nketiah, Nelson, Smith Rowe, Aaron Ramsdale, and there's definitely someone I'm missing? We'll probably have to keep a couple of the English boys. But we do need to sell players, you know. It'll be interesting to see, like I said, Ramsdale, Smith Rowe, Eddie Nketiah, Kieran Tierney, Lokonga, Tavares, several players. Sell Nketiah and bring in Mika Beref. Big up Beref, but yeah, man, just keep doing your thing in the Conference League. Just sell him at a profit and keep it pushing, man. Thought Partey was back in training a week ago. We've been here before, man. Like, I won't believe Partey. I won't believe any of these Thomas Partey stuff until he's playing. And even then, I need to see 48 hours after, because you brace for David Ornstein to come out and say Partey's got a setback, blah, blah, blah. To be fair, though, Arteta was in the press conference going into the game. He was a bit coy on Jesus, and maybe that was one he had up his sleeve, but he was quite thorough with how he was talking about Partey, really. But who knows, man? At this rate, I'd probably see Timber before him. F it, give number 14 to Kai just to annoy Arsenal fans. Yeah, I wouldn't say Ivan Toney's dream chaser, man, but yeah. Tony ain't the guy. He's a good player, but not my first choice. He would be good if we got an elite striker and he was a backup kind of role. City's still getting away with it. PSV, Villarreal, Lens now, Porto, Arteta European away record awful. Honestly, every European away game means a bag of nerves. Something for Arteta to arrest, man. Big up yourself, Happy, man. Big up Anna as well. And I don't know for best analysis / commentary, but I appreciate that. Couple of the utility players and get rid of 2 should have enough. Okay. What are you lot wearing to the 86 Willock dagger? A bit more optimism, man. A bit more optimism. One more year of Zini, Trossard, and Tommy. They need to go. I would even sell Tomiyasu this summer. Useless jelly legs. Harsh. I'm keeping Tomiyasu, but I am getting very frustrated with the key players being injured, because how many times are we going to keep having this same conversation about who's fit, who's not fit? It's an issue, really, and especially Gabriel Jesus. I know he's been injured before, but you know, it's like you come to Arsenal and madness is just going on, people. Sorry to move this off the screen, people. I'm just aware of the time, and I want to do the most annoying thing. And the only bit I hate about doing watch-alongs with you lot is opening up Photoshop, sadly, and getting the lineups done. Where are we? Where is it? Got too many tabs. I've never heard that before. I tried to guess the lineup. We got Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Kirill Rice. Who did I miss out? Well, Jorginho. We had a feeling that something would change. Put Jorginho in there. And to be fair, I'm not going to lie. I think even with Smith Rowe's cameos, when Jorginho's played, not to diss Kai Havertz, because I'm not trying to diss him, but and Odegaard plays great already. But have you noticed when one of them guys that are slightly deeper, we just look better in midfield? Pause as well. We just look better in midfield when Odegaard doesn't have to do too much. Like, Odegaard's role in this Arsenal team is quite unique in that he's a bit of a 10 and an 8.5. This year, he's probably been a slightly bit more of an 8.5 as well. And I wouldn't say he's got a free role, but he kind of has a free role within remit of certain areas in the middle of the park. And I just think sometimes, and even to a degree, Declan Rice, they're having to pick up, like against Porto, it's like they're having to take the workload of what a third man in midfield would give. And again, I like, in theory, from Arteta trying to alleviate that bit out of Kai Havertz's game, because that's not him, but it's the knock-on effects, essentially. And to be fair, you know, you can bet anything that Eddie Howe and all of them were watching Arsenal versus Porto, and you know, he's already devised a game plan to take 3 points of us, but there was probably little bits and pieces you saw from the Porto game that would be quite different. For instance, as much as I criticized the refs, you know, that ref was falling for everything. But if you're organized, if you're playing in lower mid blocks, if you know Benjamin White's inverting, Saka's gonna have to drop deep, Odegaard's gonna drop deeper, Declan Rice is gonna have to do a lot in midfield. You know, Kai Havertz venturing forward, we played into their hands. Now, obviously, there's been some slight tweaks going into this game, but you get the point. And again, some of the things we've discussed so far before the game starts, 11 minutes till kickoff, we've been saying, and I think some of these things you sign up for when you don't act in January. And I know the January transfer market, there was a lot about FFP and all of that jazz. Fair enough. So I would just simply say the summer. All I ask, Martinelli, get on the score sheet, please. And don't let Trippier do anything today. We all know any set pieces or corners or any sort of change, clearing Trippier is going to be over that. We need to smash Newcastle to the point where, again, like you saw against Bournemouth, Trippier having conversations with the fans. Fabian Schär is a bit of a see you next Tuesday quality player, but the North remembers, get at him. Botman's one of the if I, let me not cap on Pavot, but he's a very good centre back, really. Probably one of the most underrated centre backs in the Premier League, if I'm completely honest with you. Livramento feels like forever, but a player we was once upon a time linked with. And even him, speaking of injuries, nice to see he's got over his injuries and able to stay fit. Bruno Gomes, lovely player, but you need to, listen, first 5 minutes, let him know you're there, please. Anyone. In fact, that's one good thing with Kai Havertz. Havertz, go out there and rattle players, man. Kick shins, pull ears, step on heels. I love doing that in Sunday League. That's the best. When there's a winger and you step on their heels or step on their toe, I need all of that. All of that. That is the one thing I'll give Kai Havertz. You're on that. You don't look like a hard man and a tough nut, but you're on rattling. One player I must admit I'm keen to see from Newcastle is this Millie guy, man. He's a quality player, man. Plays with such maturity. Like him, Kobe Maino, they just spawned out of nowhere, really. Doesn't look like he's freshly 18, I believe, because he signed a new deal, but got into this as a 17-year-old, and it's the temperament. Like, I think like sharing a pitch with Kylian Mbappe and all of them players and not looking overawed. You've got Mr. Longstaff on the pitch as well. He's going to have an industrious day in the middle. It's not glamorous what he does. Kirill, I'm going to need you spot on because Almiron, is it Almiron? Almiron's a weird one, man. Like he'll hug the touchline, but he'll cut in. Obviously, he's left-footed. Kirill's going to have a big day defensively today. Show the gaffer why he should start, and you're essentially playing for your spot. Isaac's a quality player, one that many people wanted at Arsenal. Again, you'd imagine at some point in his career, Arsenal have entertained the idea of signing him. I'm not necessarily saying bid for him, but he's a good player. He's got a lovely technical level. He works the channels well, especially Saliba. Again, that your left-hand shoulder, your right-hand shoulder, his left hand, assuming Saliba's the centre-half and he's the striker. Be aware, please. Please. We just don't need... Do you know what? It's 8 p.m. in the United Kingdom. There's no need to be silly today. Just get the 3 points. Let us watch match of the day and just chill off, man. It's not hard. Toonami, Marcel, allow it, man. Yo, DG, who's the player you're going to draw out this game? I'm saying Bruno. Anyone can get it, man. If you don't play for... Even the Arsenal players, if you don't play for Arsenal, anyone can get it, man. These bullets ain't got no name on it. And if I'm going to be honest with you, we deal with magpies. We should be smashing the magpies. We've dealt with seagulls, with wolves, with all different kind of animals in the Premier League this season. Pest control needs to be out here, man. Bruno is owed a lesson for what he did to Odegaard. Amen, man. Amen. Shout yourself, Chris. Tomiyasu is a cup squad player who can start certain number of games in the Prem next season. Listen, I got time for Tomiyasu. The only thing ain't is the injuries. I got time for him. You need guys like that in the squad. Arsenal fans, I think, can be a bit weird in that they say, oh, we need depth and stuff like that. And you go back to August, every player that isn't starting or getting minutes, they're over. And as the season plays out, you see why you need a squad. And I'm not good. Even Mikel Arteta does, because he sat there and said, "Oh, we got one of the Finnish squads in the league." Big up Rio. Presenter didn't know Getz was a wood, and he's had to mention he's a rapper. To be fair with you, can't expect them lot to know who Getz is, man. You can't expect them to know who Getz is, man. You'll never say Sean and Matty's surname. Why for that? Come on, man. Man are calling out for Neto, but want to sell Tommy. Come on, Newcastle. We need some dark arts on these soft belly youths. Dark arts is these man's kryptonite. Rough them up. I hear it, man. As a Liverpool fan, I hear it, man. We beating you at the Emirates twice, 2 years in a row. We hear it. I hear it, man. We saying you want Eddie Howe to show you the blueprint. Boy, enjoy it, man, because Klopp's gone. You think you're getting Jabi Alonso? Safe. Watch when you get Julian Nagelsmann. He's gonna fool you because he manages with an iPhone tablet and the iPad and that. You think he's lit. Liverpool is back to the days of rubbiness. Where your best players were Agger and that. It's finished, Marcel. It's finished. I'll only stop my backing for Arteta once Arsenal stop challenging for the title. What is yours? It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one, but like I do think, I'm not saying he should get sacked, but I do think legitimate talking points should be raised about Mikel Arteta. Like if I was Edu, or better yet, if I was Stan Kroenke, I'm sitting down and I'm saying the things you're doing good, the areas of development. I think there should be scrutiny this year. And I think next year, if you're not properly fighting for that title, arresting some of the internal things we can arrest, then, boy, I think the conversation has shifted from a rebuild, which you've done great. We're not the best in the Premier League, but we're one of the MVs of the Premier League. We're one of the MVs in world football. We've got a great youth project. Everything is going good, playing good football and all of this stuff. But it's now time to show, can you win stuff? And since the FA Cup win, what have we really done? We've been embarrassing ourselves in Europe, which has been an attachment to this club before Arteta, but Arteta in Europe has shown naivety as well as his players. In the league, yes, there's no shame in losing to City and Liverpool, but there's been some internal battles we haven't won. So, yeah, man. I'm not, boy, Marcel, I hear that, man. Is what? You're doing all this chess after it took 30 years to win a Prem? In the last 30 years, we got the same amount of Prem titles, and my club's been a doormat for ages, mate. Like, what's all of this? What's all of this, mate? You'll never walk alone unless you're Van Dijk at the Emirates on his own, mate. Say what you want. Come get your chain back, man. Stop cheering on next man. It's not. I'm not even being biased to you. We got 5 minutes until kickoff. I'm not even being biased to you, my guy. You know, we don't segregate. You know, if you're City, if you're Liverpool, if you're United, anyone can get it. You've been got it. The Emirates is not safe. Don't let Saka's baby face fool you. We should have done you in the FA Cup, but you know, it's Klopp's last year doing our thing, and your manager twerks for us as well. You know, Curtis Jones was talking bossy. Klopp's come out and said, "Oh, you know, I don't care that Arteta's done that. He's always loved us." That's why he twerks for Martinelli. You wanted a reaction, mate? You got one. Neto is excellent, not a squad player though. The money and the injuries. To be honest, I do think Liverpool will get Xabi Alonso, but they've been linked with Thomas Tuchel now, Julian Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick. Everyone's getting linked with the same people. Tommy Tuchel's even been linked with Man United. Our pre-match jacket is wavy, people. Arsenal and Newcastle are walking out, people. Smash the like button if you haven't. As I told you, there's going to be a fireworks show. Odegaard, Mikel Arteta, the fact that we've got rappers there and fireworks. Clearly, the club are trying their best to get an atmosphere going. Kai Havertz show Konate, Dark Arts. Don't hear about who's Konate, the one that says better than Saliba. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Saka against right-footed left-backs, though. He's going to have to be on it today. Don't worry, mate. 30 years is round the corner. I heard that, man. I heard that. You know we're going to do something in the next few years. Xavi, for me, too soon for Liverpool. Let him cook. Xavi should wait a year and then go on to manage that Real Madrid super team. But it'd be interesting, man. And you've got no real reason to leave Leverkusen. But if you win a league title in the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, which is unheard of, sometimes, and I know Liverpool aren't at the top, but you've got him. Pep tends to do it. Arsene Wenger didn't. Sometimes it's best to leave when things are going good, really, you know, rather than you become a villain and whatnot. But, I mean, if you're a manager and Liverpool come calling for you, it's not a club you can really turn, in my opinion, if I'm Xabi Alonso, away from his obvious attachment to Liverpool. Like, Liverpool asking for you, you've got to entertain the conversation. Now, it'd be interesting what Liverpool do, because it's not just Klopp leaving, it's the backroom staff and all of that as well. And it's a test on what their owners actually want to do as a football club. Obviously, Van Dijk and Salah need to sort out their contractual situations, but they're going to ultimately need replacements for them in the next 2, 3, whatever many years. Trent will probably sign a new deal. And, obviously, you've got to get the best out of the existing players. They've got a couple of young ones there, and there's probably some other things that need to be done, man. I take Xavi Simons. It looks like he's going to get a chance at PSG next year, to be honest, which he should really. PSG are best off just trying to create a proper team. You know, the Mbappe FC didn't work. The Harlem Globetrotters with Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar didn't work. Probably just need to just switch it all up, man. Deluded, your streams make my day. Just wanted to say, John, appreciate that. That could be a chant, mate. Appreciate that, man. That's who I do it for. Karras in goal, just shoot anywhere from the 18-yard box. I'm here for that. PSG hoarding all this talent pees me off. I think it pees off everyone, man. We need to sign Mbappe on loan and then Haaland on loan and Billy Joe Thornton on loan as well. You're a fool, man. Saka, you know what to do. Martinelli, you know what to do. Kickoff is imminent, folks. It's Arsenal versus Newcastle. It's evening Premier League fixture business. Come on. Karius is making his first Premier League appearance since May 2018. If you lot dare let him leave the Emirates with a clean sheet. If you lot dare. Martinelli, if you can't score against Karius, I ain't going to lie. I don't think you're scoring again in the Prem. Come on, boys, man. Hey, Cedric's got the best job. He just sat in between Jesus and Cedric. Jesus and Fabio Vieira. He's chilling. I respect Cedric, man. Hustle smarter, not harder is all I learned from Cedric. Come on, boys, man. Come on, boys. Kickoff is imminent, people. Would you take Tell? Tell money. 100% I'll take Bayern Munich's Tell. Karius still playing. Anything's possible in life, man. No, listen, nerves make us human. It's our ability to see the nerves and channel it in the right way. If you're not nervous, you're not alive. You're not. Anyone who says they're not nervous is a liar. You know, what's the difference between a coward and a hero? Nothing. Just the heroes got the bollocks to say, you know what, I'm shook, but let's do this. I'm kind of poetic with this thing still, slightly. Arsenal are going to kick off. Come on, boys. And we're off, people. Declan Rice gets us off. Raya's gone long. It's Arsenal against Newcastle. Let's go, man. Havertz win the header. Sorry, Martinelli brings it down. Dive, Martinelli. No, I was right. It is Kai Havertz. Now it's Martinelli. I knew I saw number 29. Camera angle's a bit dodgy. We've got our first corner of the game. Come on, set piece FC, man. The best thing you can... Muted there. Apologies for that, folks. We've got our first corner kick of the game. Come on, boys. I wonder how... Do you ever wonder how they even invent these things? Not just Arsenal, but anyone doing these set piece routines. Waiting for Declan Rice to hit the in-swinger. Come on, boys. Declan Rice puts his hands up. He delivers a decent knock. Come on, boys. Oh, it's headed out by Newcastle. It's falling out to Declan Rice again. Declan Rice attempts to cross. It's another corner to Arsenal Football Club. Come on, lads. Something's in the air today. God, please. Please. Cedric has to write a book, man. He has to. Let's go. Did you see that video of Cedric's daughter hugging the TV screen? I can't lie. Now I want him subbed on for no reason. I hear that, man, but I don't care about that, man. Listen, my heart bleeds for you from a human point of view. Football match, I don't care. Everyone's got loved ones. Oh, we could score it. Oh, Saliba. I hit it, Jorginho. Saka on the edge of the area. Oh, Lord. Saka, is that corner? Surely that's a corner. Boy, that must have ended up somewhere on the Victoria line at Finsbury Park Station from Bukayo Saka. But Newcastle scrambled that corner away. Jorginho's played it into the path for Saka, and yeah, it's not going to be a highlights package from Bukayo, is it? Come on, boys. But if you're Newcastle, Eddie Howe probably said, listen, Arsenal are going to start fast. They're going to start strong. You are going to have to suffer. Bukayo Saka loses out on the 50-50. Declan Rice wins it. Jorginho into the path of Benjamin White. Benjamin White to Saka. Get fouled. Saka. Odegaard. Oh, Saka, you're moving mad. You need to wake up. It's definitely not a free kick. And Newcastle have it in possession. Feels like both teams are a bit excited. There's not really that much time for the person on the ball, people. Gonna have to probably wait a period for the game to kind of die down till we see what this game truly is going to look like. Looks like one of them games, the atmosphere is probably playing a part early. Ref, how long? Newcastle, I'm sure Newcastle last season, there was a big talk about how long the ball was in play. Ref, how long's the throw-in taken from Livramento there? Just be on the lookout. Carriers. Oi, Havertz. What? Did the ref give a foul? No, he's played on. Havertz. I'm here for... Oh, he's given a foul. One of the Newcastle centre-halves wanted to take a million years in possession. Havertz pressed very well and won the ball back. And again, if I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be absolutely livid at Sarr. Rather than getting up and effing playing on when you're trying to defend, he's looking at the ref. Havertz, keep going. Still waiting for a shot on target. Great touch by Saliba, to be fair. Listen, early goal. Whatever Newcastle are trying to plan, it goes out the window. Ref, how long's this free kick taking? Karius is going long when he's ready to take it. And he has eventually. Ref, that's 2 time-wasting elements early doors. Kyrgios wins the header. Havertz wins the second. Saka in possession. Puts it over one head. He's appealing for a handball. Ref, and he's booted the ball from Millie. That's 3 yellow card defences early doors, ref. Come on, man. You Arsenal free kick, people. Have you seen that clip with Jorginho and his fiance? Quite funny. Jorginho's a legend. I have seen a couple of them on social media. Odegaard chesses the ball into control. And it's here with Jorginho. See, these kind of games, I don't want to jinx Jorginho, but this is why I like you in the team. When there's not much space and it's a day for quick decisions and quick thinking and cuteness on the ball, you're the guy. Kyrgios plays it to Martinelli, who gives it back to Kyrgios. Good touch from Kyrgios. Lovely. Martinelli, open your body. Pause. Don't be a hero. Just keep the ball. Martinelli, you didn't learn from the Porto game about trying to switch play unnecessarily. He's giving it back to Newcastle. Big up Bukayo Saka for doing his defensive shift. Gordon still has it for Newcastle. Gamara's. Botman finds Sarr, gives it back to Botman. Come on, boys. We do need to score first. It's a good start to the game, but it looks like it's settling. And to be fair, the Arsenal press wasn't really good there because Newcastle just played straight through it. Kieran Trippier done very well to find Bruno Guimaraes. Big Gabriel got very tight to him. And Kai Havertz is in possession. Not going to lie, Havertz looks on this. Finds Jorginho, the Chelsea boys. Martin Wondergaard has Benjamin White and Saka to his right. Finds Benjamin White. Nah, you're asking a lot of Saka there. He's forcing it. We've given it back very cheaply to Newcastle. Bruno Gomares. That's us. Good pressing by Odegaard, but it's gone out for a Newcastle throw. Keep going. What happened to Martinelli? I don't know, man. Trials and tribulations of a 22-year-old footballer. Odegaard, unless we're trying to sign Bruno Gomares, don't talk to him, please. Don't forget what he did at their place. Livramento with the throw. Finds Gomares. Livramento hooks it. It's cannoned off Saka. And we'll have another Newcastle throw on this left-hand side. Apologies. Camera angle's done me dirty. It's actually gone out for a goal kick. So Karius will restart proceedings. We need a response to the Porto game. We have to let them know what the Emirates would be like. Amen. But we need a reaction to ourselves. And plus, we just need 3 points. You're not a football manager if you're not chewing gum. And you can see Eddie Howe deep in thought as he claps his gums there. Big Gabriel wins the header. Martinelli, bring it under. Bring it under. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Lovely. Jorginho in possession. You know what to do. Lovely. Lovely. Finds Kai Havertz. Don't lose it. It's here with Martinelli on this left-hand side. There's a sea of white and black shirts in the box. Martinelli still pull it in, and it weren't the worst of balls. Kai Havertz wins the seconds. It's falling to Benjamin White. Is anyone going to hit it? Wondergaard? Odegaard tries to fashion a shot, and the pass just can't get to a teammate. We're again gifting it away cheaply. We started well, though. And speaking of well, that's a lovely 1-2 by Newcastle. And you'd imagine Odegaard's going to get a yellow card for that mistimed slide tackle. I can't lie. That was a good 1-2 by the Newcastle men. And it looked like a promising counter-attack. Odegaard's going to have to be very careful. Maybe that was a bit of frustration from Odegaard, because ultimately gave the ball away. And it's a good thing Odegaard's not paid for slide tackling, isn't it? He's tougher than he looks. If White just passed it a little bit further, would be on, but still too much. Get out early. And it's here with Newcastle. Again, people, Arsenal will try to press. Bruno Gomares, this guy's lit, man. He's a player I want to hate. The pass ain't good. I want to hate because of how he acts against Arsenal, but he's a terrific player. So throw in for Arsenal. Boys, this is our home pitch. Why is the ball boys taking forever? Saliba finally gets it for Benjamin White. Who wants it from our right back? Southgate, I hope you're watching. You know, this guy should be in your team. Or better yet, squad. William Saliba. He's been a bit booky in the last few games. Finds Declan Rice. Rice takes no chances and he goes to Jorginho. David Raya. Rice wants. Rice, first time, thank you. Open your body, big Gabby. He does that. Finds Kirill. Kirill, are you trying too much? That's a ball, really. What do I know to Martinelli? Horrible touch from Martinelli. Ball ain't gone out. Martinelli, come on. Wake up. Kirill, Gabriel, Declan Rice, Raya, and everyone else name I said prior to that. Smash the like button if you haven't. You're better than that, Martinelli. Oh, to be fair, I might be being harsh on Martinelli. I think the linesman's made the wrong call there, really. Benjamin White's got tight to Gordon and what retrieved the ball. Jorginho, for a player of his standards, that's very nonchalant. Declan Rice wins it back. Odegaard, Havertz, Declan Rice, Saka. Come on, hit it, lad. It's ricocheted off a Newcastle man into the hands of Karius. That was promising. Boys, come on. Kirill doing his thing, man. Ball boy playing like Tottenham with no trophies. Had to do it. Decent start. These early yellow cards are becoming a problem. As long as you're smart with it, it's a necessity, man. We've got 132 likes. Can we get to 200 before the end of the stream, folks? One love if you've hit the like button already. Newcastle committed to playing out from the back. Karius has got scared though and went long. I would love to have Bruno Gomares at the Emirates. Gabriel's done well there, actually, just to block the run of Isaac, and we've got the ball here. David Raya's seen a Hollywood pass. Is it going to get there? I don't know what Raya saw there. He needs to put his contact lenses in. Goal. I think he could have done better with his kicking there from his own goal, man. It's gone out for a throw-in, people, for Newcastle on this left-hand side. As one of you said, so far, people, 8 minutes in, it's been a decent, energetic start. Seen a lot of the ball. But yet to test Karius, man. This is his first start since December of 2018. Gabriel, so far, so good, getting close to Isaac. He's nicked the ball. We just can't bring it under. And again, you know, support, curse of the commentator, because a poor header from him, and they've gifted it back to Newcastle. Newcastle knew at times they were going to have to live like this, be in their own half, probably struggle to get out. Speaking of that, Trippier's giving it back to Arsenal. Odegaard. You're better than that, Odegaard. You got a right peg. Tried to go for the difficult one of finding Kai Havertz. It hasn't happened. I muted myself, but we're starting to nick the ball very high up the people. It's got to start counting. I don't know why the mic keeps muting. Apologies, people, but we thought while that's been going on, we've tried to go forward and we haven't made it count. It's a good start, man. Key thing, good start. Jorginho. Oh, there's too much on that. Jorginho. That's a corner. Ain't gone out. Well, it's offside flag. We could hit them for 3 or 4 here. Need to get the goals, man. Yeah, I'm more comfortable with Kiri at left back than Zinni. Who got the yellow? Martin Odegaard. Stupid yellow card from Odegaard, in my opinion. Also feel we need to be more calm in the final third. But we're playing well. Just worried we might fatigue before Newcastle. It's a possibility in what this is our second game of the week, so that could be a factor. Ref, how long are these dead balls taking? Kirill is taking his sweet time. Bet his missus loves it. Benjamin White getting very tight to Gordon. It's gone out for a throw. Arteta moving like he wants to take the throw. Finally gives it to Benjamin White. I don't know if I'm more comfortable with Kirill. In a game like this, I am more comfortable with Kirill defensively, but this is why I want a number 8, because the more we get number 8, I'm not saying I'll ever want to say we don't need to do the inverted fullback thing, but the less reliance on that there is. Benjamin White taking forever to restart. Gabriel's begging him for the pass. Doesn't take the risk. Goes to Saliba, who finds Raya. Raya, what are you going to do here? Yo, Raya, even I'm getting a bit nervous. He has found Gabriel eventually. Gabriel's got it to Kirill. He's killed Kirill in honesty. Kirill's miss kick's gone unpunished. Jorginho helps it on to Martinelli. Martinelli's chasing his first touch. That's an obvious foul, ref. And surely that's a yellow card. That's an intentional push in the back from Almiron. It's definitely not a yellow card, but you don't know until you call it. Isaac or Gomares, DG, they're both quality players. If you're asking me which one I would want, I think the more logical one would be Isaac, but Bruno Gomares, man. Bruno Gomares, Declan Rice, and Odegaard together. Forget about it. Speaking of that, Declan Rice has found Martinelli. Come on, Martinelli. Martinelli on this left-hand side finds Jorginho. Jorginho tries to put it in the box. It's poor from him and it's hooked clear. It's not gone far from Newcastle. Jorginho wins the header and he wins the header again. Gordon wins the second. Someone tell White he's got time. Lovely from Benjamin. Very tight and congested in the middle there, man. Bukayo Saka. Martin Wondergaard. His delivery into the box was cut out by Millie. Isaac loses out. Jorginho get there. Lovely. Gabriel, Kirill. Come on, Kirill, man. You got more personality than this. I love that. Bring it forward, man. Kirill, come on. You're Polish international. Play ball, man. Jorginho. Kirill asks for that. Jorginho finds Odegaard. Fair enough. Odegaard finds Benjamin White on this right-hand side. But it is good. It is pretty. But we're going to need something more to break this low block down. Odegaard's aimed it for Martinelli, who has won the header. But yeah, it's not going to happen. It is one of them refs. Just tuning in how the boys playing. It's only been 12 minutes, but we've made a fast start. Other than that, there isn't too much to comment on. I think Trippier's pressing the panic button already. Players stopped as he signals for treatment. Come on, boys. Their captain don't want to be here. Martinelli's been in poor form and he's already trying to sign out. I hope he's all right. I need Bruno crying today. Do Arsenal play desperately for the first goal? We don't need to. This is a different game. It's 0-0. But we do goals always welcome and sooner rather than later. Taking time on set pieces is tactical, so the opponent gets frustrated and switches off. Long may it continue then. Mikel Arteta just giving instructions to Benjamin White. Be interesting what he's feeling with that. Trippier's back up to his feet now. He's scared, man. How many long balls from Karius? To be fair, he's not a ball-playing keeper. Martinelli keeps the ball in possession. Time Martinelli. Goes back to Gabriel. Bring Kirill, man. Kirill started all right, in my opinion. Saliba. I haven't seen him venture forward with the ball out from the back in a minute. Gives it to our midfield maestro, Jorginho. Pardon me. Look at Kai Havertz, how deep he is. Is it any coincidence, the ball is moved in the middle a lot faster without Kai Havertz, with the greatest of respect to him? Saliba. Saliba's found Bukayo Saka. And look at Saka's average positioning as well. I don't have any fancy stats and whatnot already to hand, but he's already further up the pitch. You haven't seen Saka receive the ball on the halfway line yet. William Saliba's found his centre-half colleague, Big Gabby. Got to be patient, boys. But I would like a goal. And I, as a fan, I'm a bit impatient. I think we need DG in our team moving forward. Man said Jorginho, I mean. What a spelling error. Big up yourself, S, and big up the members. Should Martinelli be on the bench? Not had the best of month. On form, potentially. Trossard count himself unlucky, in my opinion. Saka and Saliba playing a 1-2. Benjamin White now. Jorginho. Oh, Havertz. Ask for it, Havertz. Ask for it, Odegaard. Look at the players in the pockets. This game is mad. Did you see being a commentator is crazy? How can I tell Jorginho how to look? Saka. Wondergaard. Saliba. See, this is more of an Arsenal midfield for me, man. Declan Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, you're seeing a lot more. The ball's moving slicker and faster. Havertz getting in the pockets. William Saliba probably forcing it out there to Martinelli. It was a good idea. Trippier's won the first ball. Kyrgios won the second. And it's back here with Martinelli, who finds Jorginho. What's Jorginho going to do here? Elects to keep possession, finds Gabriel. It's back here with Jorginho. Jorginho seen plenty of touches, finds Martinelli. Martinelli finds Kyrgios. Come on, Kyrgios. Decent delivery. Decent delivery. Doesn't elect to deliver, finds Martinelli. Stay out there, Kyrgios. Hold the width. Hold the width. You see? Jorginho gives it to you. But then again, we're not going to cross in it. Like, we've never been that side. We're going to be patient. That's great. Jorginho into Martinelli. Martinelli, the form you're in, you just need it to go off your ear or something. Just hit it with your left peg. He's tried to cut back on his right. We still have the ball. As soon as we've lost it, we've nicked it back in their half quite well so far. 15 minutes in, it's still 0-0. And again, look at the rigidness from Newcastle. Stubborn, low to mid block. Held firm so far. Bukayo Saka. Kyrgios. Wonder what the atmosphere is like at the Emirates. Kyrgios. I've never seen Kyrgios with that much time on the ball. Things are changing. William Saliba. Benjamin White. Gives it back to William Saliba. Oh, Saka. Yeah. Oh! Odegaard took it when it was meant for Saka, but we still have possession. Jorginho. Clips it ahead for Saka. Hit the... I thought Saka was going to hit that with his right peg. It's good defending by Livramento of Newcastle. It's another corner. I haven't got the things to become a member. Big up yourself regardless, but big up this community. Big up DG. Must focus on this game. The players know what's needed, and DG Martinelli has cost us with that mad clearance last game. Make yourself a hero now. And we knew what to expect. Of course, Newcastle were going to defend their box well. Generally, they've got height on us. Eddie Howe's drilled them into that. So I don't expect too many crosses in the box, but it has to be balanced. I like the patience and the side-to-side stuff we do, but yeah, an early goal would do us, man, because to a degree, the game plan's out the window. Saka to take this in swinging corner. Can he find an Arsenal man? Bukayo Saka's delivery. Yeah, yes! Oh, ref, it's gone in. Ref, please. I swear that's gone in. I swear that's gone in. Yes! Big Gabby scores. Saka finds him. It didn't look like it crossed the line, but if they ask me, I'm a liar. I saw it go in. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. We finally got our goal. To be fair, based on the 17 minutes, we've needed that. And I know Sean Dice won't be happy about that, but we're going to get more praise for our set piece attacking again. Set piece FC's back. Gabriel, bit with the header, is calm. We need to see that again. That was proper Hackney Marshes. Saka's delivered. Gabriel's just been strong. Has it gone in? Oh, you know what? That's going as an own goal. That's going down as an own goal, but who cares? Who cares? FPL, you need to count that as Gabriel's. Gabriel's headed it. Kyrgios has flipped at it. And it's poor defending. Longstaff is he's trying to defend it. He's on the floor and he's swiping at it. And it's actually his swipe that's taking it in the back of the net. Had Botman not have done that, Livramento probably hooks that off the line, if I'm honest. It's proper Sunday League-esque from Newcastle. Who cares? Botman's tried to swipe at it. Then he's falling on the floor and he's still trying to swipe at it. His touch is taking it in, really. Livramento's hooked it and then it's come off his knee. That's definitely 1-0 Arsenal. Smash the like button, people. It's so ugly. It's beautiful. I always say, I don't care who scores, how we score, just that we do such. And we've got that. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. Boys, just switch on and we could have a great day at the office potentially today. But then again, if you're Eddie Howe, regardless of how you sought to set up defensively, you probably knew you'd concede today. Declan Rice driving forward. I want to see a bit of ruthlessness from us. Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Jorginho, Martinelli again. Don't lose it, Martinelli. That's poor from you, you know. That's poor. How many times? Trippier's tried to hook it. He finds Declan Rice, however. Don't care how they go in. Don't care how they go in. Proper Hackney Marshes. Proper Hackney Marshes. Horrible goal by what Arsenal standards are. But who cares? You know, I'm sure the set piece coach loves that because it's as a result of that. Martinelli could be in here. Can we get a second? Someone's got a gamble. It's another swiped at clearance from Newcastle. Someone's got a gamble, man. Someone's got to make that run. Boys, I'm not going to lie. We can get goals here. Don't go into halftime at 1-0. It's just been us. Kyrgios, make that run. Martinelli, Kyrgios once. Martinelli, man. Trossard, get warmed up. Jorginho. Really like Jorginho's performance so far. I think Jorginho, Kai Havertz, Kirill done very well. Kirill, the whole team really. Gabriel, that's probably going to go down as an own goal, but strikers finish. Jorginho finds Kirill, who I just said, hold your width. That's poor from Kirill, though. First poor thing you've done today. Don't know what you try to find there. And Newcastle are struggling to clear it properly. Lovely from Kirill. He's run it back. Martinelli's falling on the floor. When it's not your time, it's not your time, innit? Just can't buy luck anymore at the moment. Newcastle gifting it away, man. And Kai Havertz has a foul against his name. Ball control is solid. Where does Carrier's face end up? He's at 6s and 7s. To be fair, Carrier has flapped at it, but it's only gone in because Botman's falling on the floor and then he's swiping at stuff. I don't know why we're seeing VAR look at the goal again. I must admit, first time I didn't think it went in because the camera angle weren't the best. But again, that's definitely an own goal. Who cares though? Oh, surely that's a Newcastle foul. It is. Come on, boys. Our number 6 is the king of Brazil. Our wall at the back is Gabriel. Hey, big up the chance then, man. I'm not trying to get too gassed, but this midfield is it. Jorginho at the base and Odegaard and Rice as the 8s. Depending on the game conditions, I'm on that. Set piece goals, excluding penalties, Arsenal have scored 18. The next best is Everton with 15. 2 teams that ain't been relegated. Jorginho, Odegaard, Saka, wake up, please. Odegaard, Jorginho. I can't lie to you, yeah. This is when I see the way Jorginho plays and just how Declan Rice and Thingy get to operate. Arteta, like with the greatest of respect to Kai Havertz, you can't see this and think, yo, let me sign another midfielder. Benjamin White does well to find Saka. Havertz does well as well. Jorginho tries to play it into the path for Martinelli. Trippier's read it quite well, but so has Declan Rice because we've won it back. Tell a lie, we got some defending to do. Newcastle just can't hold the ball right now. Fortunately for us. Don't give them an opportunity to do such. We need to get into half time with such. Saliba, what can he make happen for us? Finds Benjamin White. And maybe with that goal, there's not saying we weren't calm already, but maybe there could be an element of calmness now because we know at some point Newcastle are going to have to take the game to us. Kai Havertz, he's been dropping very deep. Here's Odegaard on this right-hand side. Odegaard, I can't lie, he's the most entertaining player in our team. Definitely so majestic. Let's go Newcastle. Need more gunner tiers. Havertz pressing really well, as the 9 have to say. Havertz is good at all of that. It's on the ball. There's the issues. Gabriel finds Jorginho. Kai Havertz does all of that. We've been seeing that again, even against Liverpool. It's just the other stuff. Odegaard to Bukayo Saka. Saka up against Livramento. Cook him, man. You're in my FPL team. Odegaard. Oh, that's a good run from Benjamin White. He's not going to get found, though. Oh, tell a lie. What do I know? Hey, Benjamin White, you're a better man than me. Because Martinelli's gone for the shot. It's been blocked. You're a better man than me, Benjamin White. Because as a fullback, you never know when you're going to be in that scenario again. Maybe that's why I'm here trying to get 70k subs and he's playing for Arsenal. Me, I'm hitting that with my left foot. It can go into Rose Ed. Jorginho's played a great pass to Martinelli. He's made a great run from out to in. Martinelli squared it. That has to be it. Hey, Martinelli, Jorginho, and Mr. Kai Havertz. Yes! Jorginho, that is a lovely pass. Martinelli, that's a lovely run and delivery into the box. Kai Havertz, we were just saying it's you on the ball. It weren't me. I didn't say that. Big him up. Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. Someone call RSPCA because we are shooting down the Magpies. It's nothing personal. It's just business. It's just business. Let's keep going. Smash the like button. Hey, Kai Havertz. Hey, boy. Lovely for our second. Lovely from us. Another poor clearance by Newcastle. Jorginho played the pass, but it's one thing to play the pass. Martinelli's made the run. Trippier completely unaware. From a Newcastle perspective, for a team that's typically so spot on defensively, Eddie Howe is going to be absolutely livid over that. Not us, though. I'm happy we did that. Jorginho, it's a sexy pass, man. Sexy pass for Martinelli. Lovely run. And lovely composure from Martinelli, man. To find Havertz. Lovely pass from Jorginho. That's better. That's the best action of the whole goal. Arteta, I'm going to say it again. Big up Jorginho, but you can't see what Jorginho does and think, let me sign a younger model. This could be it. This could be it. No surprise. You play the ballers and we start balling. Football is very complicated, but it's also very simple. It's Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0, and I'm very happy with that second. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, very dangerous scoreline. But I wanted a second, I've got it. Now go get me a third. Bukayo Saka, let him foul you. Let him foul you. He's dying to foul you. Lovely composure from my star boy. Those defenders were sleeping. Trippier's not reading the run, which is great for us. Lovely. And that goal shows, it sounds silly because they're professional footballers, they play with each other, but that shows relationships. Martinelli's made the run because he knows Jorginho has the capacity to find him. Jorginho's thwarted the pass because he knows Martinelli's going to make that run. Trippier sleeping. Boy, and I'm happy with this because whatever Eddie Howe planned for, the game plan's gone out the window. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. They get a goal. As you know, it's not panic stations, but it gets nervous. If we keep our heads, just keep doing what we're doing, we get the third. And I don't know how many hours it takes to come, to come from Newcastle to London, but if you leave now, you can definitely get a train. We did force it a bit there. Newcastle back in possession. I take back all my Gini chat. You just have to know how to use him. This is why you don't get Tottenham use. Let go, 3 points and move. They are watching. Let us remind them we are still on game. Personally, I think we get Zubimendi. He's very mature. Bring him. Odegaard could be in here. Hey, Odegaard, try square it. Oh! That's a corner. These men are nervous. Trippier shook. Newcastle are shook. They've been hit. They're a wounded animal. Put them down. Put them down like Lenny and Meissen, men. Carriers shook. They're shook. SARS shook. Newcastle are shook. They don't know what's hitting them. Don't let them catch their breath. They're shook, man. Gifting the ball away. Punish them. Punish them. 2-0. There's not much optimism, but there is a bit of optimism. Get that third, boys. Declan Rice to take the set piece. Someone get their head on that. Let's go. Come on, man. Karius can barely catch, and we've made him look good there. Boy, 2 months ago, we would never see Martinelli drifting that far to the right. New dimensions in our game. To be fair, you see Martinelli do that a few times, but I'm here for it. Millie just sent Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka for a bagel. Livramento. If he had missed that, he'd be a donkey. But hey, that's what you got to do for your teammates. Make it easier. Do you know how many goals Havertz now has this season? Not a clue, man. But it feels like Havertz is scoring a bit frequently. What's that? 2-2 where the Premier League's concerned. We need to stop getting excited because we got some defending to do. Isaac, it's a poor pass from Almiron, to be fair, but he would have had to deal with Saliba. David Raya using his left peg. I don't know what Raya saw there. He's moving a bit mad once again. Big up Kai Havertz, mate. I mean, it said he had 5 goals. I think that must be 6 now. I don't know if that's if the website's updated it, but I'm here for that. I'm here for this. Big up you lot. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Jorginho has been absolutely amazing. It is liquid football and we're moving mad. But again, don't let them settle, man, because you're at that point. If you're Newcastle, it comes down to pride. Jorginho and Havertz, lovely. When Havertz isn't involved in build-up play, it's we could have some defending to do. Benjamin White does that. Saka hooks it. Kai Havertz brings it down, but the touch lets him down. No foul, ref. Declan Rice defo didn't, and Declan Rice can lead a counter-attack. Where's his options, though? Declan, you might have to go home, Yeah, Declan, man, go home. It'll be an Arsenal throw. Doing too much. Just tuned in and it's 2-0. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love that Newcastle will be complaining that the ball didn't cross the line. Love that. And I want to see some time wasting. At least we actually have the ball in play. Big up the Geordies, but at least the ball's actually in play. A Newcastle own goal and a Kai Havertz finished the difference. I say own goal. I hope Gabriel gets credited with it, but it will probably go down as a bottom one. I need that for my FPL, man. Gabriel's in my FPL. Here we go. Bruno red card incoming, hopefully. Long time still to go. Calm it down. You are correct. Big up Lely. That was a really dark thing for me to say, wasn't it? We can still beat Porto too. Listen, one game at a time, man. Let's just win this game against Newcastle. Then we talk about Sheffield United. When the Porto game comes, it comes. Kai Havertz might be in here again. Boys, Karius is looking convincing even though we've scored 2. He's come off his line very expertly, the goalie. Odegaard's taken the throw quickly and found Martinelli of all people. Benjamin White. Boys, let's calm down a bit. Jorginho gets so much space because of the players around him and how we play, so it allows... I think when it's more of a chess match of a football game, that's when, as we know, this is... ref! Oh, my Lord, that's a yellow card. Don't let Bruno Gomares talk to you like that. Ref, There's kids watching. He's not only fouled Jorginho, but he swiped at him. That's got to be a yellow. As I was saying, I think when the games are a bit more like a chess match, you know, like a Jurgen Klopp Arteta, Pep versus Arteta, Eddie Howe versus Arteta, I think them games, Jorginho's in his element. You know, when the game's kind of open, even Newcastle last year, when the game's kind of open, Jorginho ain't got the legs for it, man. So if we can find someone that can do this Jorginho stuff, but has that athleticism, Arteta, he was a midfielder, man. You see what Jorginho does. Find the younger model. We're lit. Odegaard looking lit. Declan Rice looking lit. Ref, Gordon's fouled Benjamin White off the ball. What's that? Hey, Benjamin White, next 50-50. Clamp him to the point, then them stupid blonde highlights fall out. Ref, what is that? For getting his knickers in the twist. Bukayo Saka's touch is baggy, but he's delivered. Martinelli's got his head to it. There was no way he was directing that towards goal. Ref, come on. Next 50-50. Someone absolutely put that Gordon you out of there, man. Not injured in that, but yeah, great 1-2 between Odegaard and Saka. The touch from Saka was baggy, had to cross it. And yeah, there was no way Martinelli could direct that towards goal. Jorginho started in our big games this season and we got wins. No card for Bruno. Don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Men, Mice and Men, GCSE. Do you know that book, Mice and Men? It got ruined for me in school. And then I got in trouble because, you know, when they give out the books, I opened it and someone, you know, the first page, someone said Lenny dies. So I didn't even know who Lenny was. I was like, you know what, whoever Lenny is, if this is ruined for me, it's ruined for everyone. So I was like, all right, everyone, Lenny dies. So yeah, but I digress, people. It is, if you're just tuning in with just under 15 minutes to go of this first half, it's Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. All right, Benjamin White, my guy, get backs. He defo fouled Gordon. But we give it as much as we take it. Pause. It was 100% late, but that's a bit of revenge. Gordon, you think you're an S House read on which you are. Benjamin White's the biggest one in the team. Martin Odegaard, Jorginho, Declan Rice plays a 1-2 with Jorginho. Jorginho, man of the match first half so far? I think so. I think Jorginho, actually Kai Havertz, everybody really. Declan Rice. We've played with its intensity today above everything, man. We need to find a younger model for Jorginho, man. Declan Rice needs that partner long term. For me, 2 central midfielders were sorted in midfield. You look, see Xhaka's goal yesterday. He scored a madness. I can't lie. Odegaard got that cheeky back heel from Porto. Would give Aston Villa 90 million for Louise and Watkins and get Neto from Wolves. They ain't going for 90 million for those 2 players. Gabriel does well to find Declan Rice. Oh, he's too much on that for Martinelli. Martinelli's tried. He's tried. And to be fair, for his, for Martinelli trying, it's a corner. Ref, what? He touched it before it went out. Martinelli, I like that. Declan Rice, a little less on that. If I'm harsh, when Saka put in the cross for Martinelli and that ball searching for Martinelli, when Saka put in that cross for Martinelli and when Declan Rice is just putting that ball for Martinelli, both of them, just a little less on it. To be fair, Bruno Gomes looks like the only player somewhat comfortable in this Newcastle team. Isaac stifled. They've got no outlet. We're pressing high and we're getting a corner, man. Just as I praised Bruno Gomes, he lost it. Our pressing and energy levels, man. Energy levels. It's top notch. Lovely. Martinelli, we've had 5 corners. Martinelli is coming. It's coming. Come on, set piece FC. Let's go. This is our thing. It's so ugly. It's beautiful. We're taking it short. Odegaard, Jorginho, Declan Rice. If you get it, you might as well hit it. Jorginho finds Odegaard. Odegaard delivers someone. That's why we need a striker, because someone needs to gamble there. Unlike Declan Rice, a bit of an aimless ball there. But again, we're doing well with the first and second key word, the second. The best thing you can do as a footballer in football is anticipate the second ball. Jorginho just conducting. I love this. There's no coincidence, man. The team shines when our midfield is on it. The build-up plays better when there's less of a reliance on certain things. Hello, Punk. Georgie has the experience to use his vision and touch to execute decisive passes, topped by the confidence of a winner. Going to be tough to find a direct replacement. But just find a number 8 that wants the ball and can play breaking through the lines. You are right, though. Kai Havertz has done well to find Martinelli. First time, our left-hand side looks a bit more livelier than the right. Jorginho tries to find Martinelli again. Trippier reads it quite well. Apologies, tries to find Kai Havertz. The second ball fell to Martinelli, and to be fair, Martinelli struck it like a man that's struggling in terms of goals at this moment. A third goal would be amazing. Well, Isaac, chat to Edu after this game, man. You could be doing lit things. Can we get to 200 likes before the end of the stream, people? We've got 186. 187 be perfect. That's kind of 187 is kind of what we're doing to Newcastle at this moment in time. I could get used to these 8 p.m. kickoffs. 10 minutes until half time. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. Don't want to jinx it. Raya had to do nothing but string 1-2 passes. Odegaard, I like that intensity with the press, but be careful on the yellow. Saliba's made a bit of a mess of that. Kyrill's tried to pattern it up. It will be a Newcastle throw. We're better than that there. We're better than that. Imagine an Osman or a Tony now. It would be lit. If we just had a killer in the squad, we'd be lit. We just get a winger, couple of midfielders, a striker, sell who we need to sell. It could be good, man. Bruno Gomares, Jorginho ain't got the legs to win it from him. Jorginho and Odegaard tried to win it. If we nicked it, we would have been in there, but Newcastle still have possession. Kevin Botman, Livramento. Chat to Arteta, man. You could be the new Cedric. Gordon. Ben White, foul him. To be fair, Gordon's done well. Ref, that's never a free kick to them. Look at his hair. He's a diva. Jorginho, tell him about himself. Lovely. Good ball from Kiro. Kiro looking confident. Yeah, our next fixture is 8 p.m. Monday, the 4th of March against Sheffield United. They should be rattled, man. Inspector Morse. I never read Inspector Morse, What's the other one I read? He read Mice and Men. To be fair, Mice and Men's quite a good thing. Declan Rice has nicked the ball back. Hit it, Havertz. See, that's where we need a striker. Martinelli hit it, man. I'm the only one that believes in you. Finds Kai Havertz. The touch is awful. Declan Rice wins it again. Kirill. Come on, boys, man. There's a third goal before half-time if we really want it. Don't force it, but it's there. Newcastle are trying their best to let us score a couple more, man. 2-0 is a good scoreline, a respectable scoreline, one that reflects our dominance. But we need to kill our opponent, man. They're not fully dead. They're bleeding out. Put them out their misery, boys. I don't know who Newcastle have next. I don't care. You watching the final tomorrow? Yes, we will be doing a watch-along for Chelsea versus Liverpool. Make sure you're there, folks. And there's the link. Martinelli, go on. Go on, Martinelli. Where's the options in the box, though? Get your head up, Martinelli. Does well. Come on, boys. Saka hit it. The touch. Saka too much. It's wavy, though. I don't know how... Hey, Saka's sick, man. I don't know how Saka's earned a corner from that. It was wavy, though. He's forced a good save from Karius. Real Starboy settings. Certain Starboys get loaned out to German leagues in that. It's crazy. Newcastle looks shaky defensively. Yeah, somebody mentioned watching the game tomorrow. So, yeah, make sure you set your reminders completely off topic, people. Come on, big up the editor. I'm looking wavy in the suit, innit? So, yeah, join me at 2:50 tomorrow. I think kickoff is 3 p.m. then. Another in-swinging corner. The last time we did this, we scored. Gabriel, Saliba, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, whoever wants that, please. Saka delivers. It's a good one. Oh, we've not been able to make it count. Kirill, foul him. Foul Bruno Gomares. Foul him. Foul him. Gabriel, you're going to get back in defense. Declan Rice wins it again high up the field. Big Gabby showing why he's a defender and not a playmaker, though, because now Newcastle are trying to counter-attack. It's here with Isaac. Tries to ping it down the channel. It's ricocheted off an Arsenal man for a throw, but that allows us to reset. We'll take Watkins over Tony. Same. They're getting tired already. I mean, anyone that's played Sunday League, when you're playing a team that's doing, obviously not to Arsenal standard, but they're onto you, they're better on the ball than you, as soon as you win it back, you're losing it. It is tiring. Tino, Livramento, slyly even, you know what? Millie, Isaac, Gomares, Livramento. Chat to Edu after the game, man. Come and join what we've got over here. Bruno Gomares, Saka, don't foul him. It's too easy, though, Saka. He's glid past Saka. Ref, that's never a foul. He's barged him on the second one. Come on, ref. Come on. Last time I checked, there was grown adults out there. I didn't think this was kiddie football. Fair enough, ref. Mr. Poutini, I remember your name. Newcastle need to wipe themselves off their bleeding. We need to end them, man. They're shook. My only criticism of Arsenal, I'm being harsh, but the league's harsh. There's still a bit of enthusiasm. Heads are dropping. They need to drop. Bruno Gomares has got a knock. Declan Rice, forget him, man. Forget him, man. Go back in position. Leave that to the medical dons. Not quite sure what's going on with Gomares. We hope he's all right, but F him. Who cares? What's going on with the ref? Why is he jogging over to the sidelines? Is he talking to Eddie Howe or the physio team? I can't quite make out what's going on there. Boy. Declan is looking for interceptions every time. How many times has Declan nicked it high up the field for us? Odegaard conducting, Jorginho orchestrating, Declan winning the ball high up the field. The midfield, no coincidence. The midfield functions correctly. We look good. Martinelli sharp, Saka's here and there. I want to see my wingers in the game a tiny bit more, if I'm honest. But yeah, Kai Havertz, good, very good game so far. Karius has found Botman. How long before we win it back, boys and girls? Newcastle still have it. It won't be long. It won't be long. There we have it. Come on, boys. Newcastle can't effectively build. Lovely from Gabriel. It will be a friend for them. Was Declan Rice a bargain? £105 million bargain, 100%. 100%. One of the best signings of the summer, essentially. I don't think anybody can disagree or have any negative chat. What a player he's been. But it's the experienced Jorginho, rightly so, in my opinion, that should have all the plaudits so far. Jorginho cooking today, man. Cooking today. The show he featured in on Amazon, Married to the Game, came out, so he knew he couldn't embarrass himself today. Saliba, no shame in going home. Raya's cold, man. Raya, what's he going to do? Pings a pass, I assume, for Kai Havertz, wherever Havertz is. Yeah, he is. Oh, good defending by Newcastle. I haven't said that too many times. Odegaard wins it for us, and it's here with Saka. Simple thing, Saka, please, thank you. Plays it inside, finds Jorginho, who finds his centre-mid partner, Declan Rice. Declan Rice evades pressure, finds Martinelli. Martinelli's been quite sharp. Got an assist for his troubles. Gabriel, Jorginho, can we get that third? Jorginho, Odegaard, Havertz, Jorginho, Martin Odegaard, Saka. Oh, Saka's out wide too much. He's delivered. Declan Rice gets head to it. Havertz, there's a second for you here. Come on. I can't believe it. Oh. Did the ref give a foul against us? I can't believe that close control from Kai Havertz. This is crazy. DG Wagwan. Wax was saying earlier that Arsenal in for Deluded. Do you reckon there's any truth in that? I think there must be a level of interest, but I would say, I don't know because I'm not an ITK, but the money is going to be brought on. Like, surely a guy like him is an instant starter, unless there's plans to sell Gabriel or Saliba. Who's he starting ahead of? Ref, hands all over Saliba by Isaac there. Millie of Newcastle wins it back. It's like Newcastle don't know what have hit them so far. I want 5. I hear that. I ain't watched the documentary. I will be watching it though. Or Newcastle could be in here. Armour on. No. Do you really? Was it offside? It was. He tried to go round Raya. Allow that, man. My keeper's a big boy. You can't embarrass him like that. Declan Rice, Jorginho. Like, even the calmness. Like, it's Jorginho when his teammates have possession. Just seeing him do all of that, it's a joy to watch, man. Arteta, Edu, you lot were central midfielders. You see what could happen if we get our scouting for the next midfield recruitment spot on. William Saliba. They should just ask Jorginho what midfielders does he rate that he thinks are attainable. I think Saka's offside there. He is. Yeah, Bakayo was moving like Lupin there with that, escape to fashion that corner not too long ago. I just want a clean sheet. I hear it. And that's the only danger. Such is life. You have all this possession. They get 1, it's 2-1, and it's a bit nervous. So again, boys just have to stay switched on now. 43 minutes. Well, basically minute 44 now. You can time waste as much as you want now. You see when they're losing. Respectfully, Newcastle. At the start of the game, you lot were delaying everything. See how quick you lot are doing things. Oh, Isaac could be in here. Not when Raya's up out. Lovely. Don't mind that, Raya. Quick throw in for Newcastle. Boys, where's the rest of our team now? Ref, the throw weren't there. Do you think we're making it through to the quarterfinals? John, I hope so, man. Right now, we're not in the driver's seat, so we're going to have to try a thing, innit? You never know. It's not over till it's over, but we've got it all to do, really and truly. But let's not think about the Champions League right now. Let's enjoy tonight. And tonight, we're 2 goals up, courtesy of... I'm going to give it to Gabriel, but it is an own goal. And Mr. Kai Havertz, who's playing up front. Ball over the top that killed Kirill. Raya saved you. Again, Kirill, you're better than that, you know. Last couple times, Raya been quick off his line just to put out some fires quickly. We will have to deal with this throw-in, though. Deep in our half. On this right-hand side, it's taken quickly to Almiron. Almiron is going to put it into the box. Finds Guimaraes. Be strong defensively, boys. Don't give them nothing. They haven't earned a goal in this first half, so don't give it to them. Gordon, who's very talented on this left-hand side. Don't let him go. Saka does well. Finds Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes tries to put it into the box. Martinelli defending well. It's on the edge of our area. Almiron tries to set the shot. Bruno Guimaraes dances past a few. Jorginho and Co eventually win it back. Poor from Jorginho, though. We've tried to hook it clear. First time, with 3 minutes of added on time, by the way, people. First time Newcastle have made us have to do some sustained defending. Sarr attempting to switch play. It's a good switch of play out here to Gordon. Gordon against Saka. Saka, don't let him. Lovely Saka. He's blocked the cross. Lovely Saka. Get there, Saka. Saka's knackered, isn't it? He's moving gingerly. Really and truly, Gordon shouldn't get there before you, but it's nothing. Odegaard would lead the press. I can't lie. Odegaard's scary, but you're the yellow card, so just take it easy. It's gone all the way back here, folks, to Newcastle's goalie. We'll have that. We've pressed well. We've pressed with intensity. We've played with intensity. We've capitalized on, we fashioned 2 good goals. We're looking to capitalize on any mistakes they're making. So far, so good. Very good 45 minutes from us. It's here with Millie. He's found Gordon. No foul, Ben. No foul. Never, ref. He's looking for that. It's a good free kick from Gordon to win, but ref, he's looking for that, man. Is he a Barbie doll or what? He's on the floor like a whore, man. What's wrong with this guy? Is Eddie Howe your dad? Is that why you're in the team? Coach's favourite, mate. What's all this about? Surely the Havertz we've seen at Arsenal is better than the one that was at Chelsea for 3 years. Potentially, I think it's the same man, but he won Champions League over there, innit? Who knows? If you haven't subscribed or hit the like button, what are you doing? We've got 202 likes. Can we get as close to 300 as potentially possible, folks? Newcastle have the ball here. Saka's knackered. To be fair, it is on the eve of half-time. He's probably a bit out of gas. Going to have to get the Lucas in at half-time. A next goal would be lovely. No foul, Jorginho. Bruno Guimaraes evades him. It's on this right-hand side. Ball over the top. What's that? Oh, Trippier didn't hold his run. And he's offside, man. Lovely. There's not much to Newcastle, man. You know, Newcastle's playing out from the back is not working. It's not working. Going long. Their attacking players are isolated. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. The only thing that can make this better, obviously, people, is more goals. But so far, so good, man. You won't catch me complaining, man. This is the reaction I wanted to see. This is the level of performance I wanted to see from the boys. And we're doing exactly what needs to be done. So, yeah, man. No complaints from your boy. Kai Havertz wins the header. Ref, he's fouled there as well, slightly. What the hell is that? Ref, come on, man. Be serious. Deluded, what would you prefer for a full-time score? 2-0 or 4-1? I mean, goals helps with the goal difference, but 2-0 because you get the 3 points, couple of goals and a clean sheet. Ref, Sar's fouled him. What the hell is that? Since when could you just pull somebody's arm? Anyways, it's half-time, people. Newcastle find themselves 2 goals down. Since when could you just yank somebody's arm to the floor? Wait. In the Disgracia derby, Arsenal 2, Newcastle United 0. Sar, shut up, man. Havertz, allow it. Get onto him. I love Havertz, you know. He's onto him. Stop being a pussy, old Sar, man. What's wrong with this guy? Xhaka, talk to your boy. If he did more time, if he focused on defending a lot more than complaining, his team might not be 2 goals down. Muppet. You got orange boots for. You're not a real centre-back. Absolute muppet. Absolute muppet. Allow it, man. What's you lot's thoughts on the first half so far, man? Newcastle are giving the ball away. You know, found them out. Been found out with these long balls, man. Been found out. Long balls. Attacking players isolated. For us, as I said, playing with invention. Playing with intention. Playing with aggression. Lovely stuff. Winning the first and seconds. Winning our draws. Scoring the goals. Pressing high. First half. Each and every one. Man of the match for the first half for me, Jorginho. I think Jorginho and it'd be between Kai Havertz and Jorginho. I think Declan Rice and Odegaard have been good. I think when called upon, Raya's mopped up well. Not that there's been many of that. I think Saliba and Gabriel doing what they need to do. I think Kyrill's doing his thing. Benjamin White's also doing his thing. I think Martinelli looks fair, like one of the more brighter players, or one of, he looks a bit more brighter than Saka at this moment. I think Declan Rice is nicking the ball up high up the field quite well. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. You play a proper midfield. This is what happens. This ain't rocket science, man. This ain't rocket science, man. Jorginho, take a bow for that assist as well, man. Serious assist. Martinelli, well, it's not even an assist, but yeah, Jorginho, Martinelli, lovely. Kai Havertz, you deserve that based on your performance. Maybe Kai Havertz could be a more potent man if we literally just lay on tap-ins for him. So keep it moving. I always say I don't care who scores, just that we score. Man to a man, everybody's done their job. I don't think any player's lacking. I want to see Saka 1v1 a bit more. I want to see Martinelli in goal scoring positions a bit more. Yeah, essentially. Still not taking chances. Clinical, efficient, relentless. VAR didn't even check the Havertz pull at the end. I don't know how, do I think it'd be a soft pen 100%? But since when can you intentionally pull someone? Andrew, you're right. Surely that foul on Havertz at the end should have been looked at by VAR. Oh, we've seen it given for less. If we did that, you all know the story. Need to be more clinical. Yeah, man, I think we're letting off carry us a bit, if I'm honest. This is how we should play all the time. If only life was that easy, innit? Been a great first half. If I had one complaint, we should have more goals. I think we're all in agreement. Maybe we're a bit like spoiled guys and girls out there, but I think if we're all in agreement, definitely where Burnley and West Ham are concerned, and to be honest, Crystal Palace as well, we've been spoiled where goals are concerned. In terms of the first half, we've had 11 shots, 4 on target. We've had 4 shots, 2 of them have been on target. Fair enough. 6 corners. Obviously, we've made 1 count with an own goal. So far, so good. It's just a case of this doesn't drop now. Simple as that. Keep the composure and performance levels. Simple as that. For me, anyways, you keep that. The world's your oyster. Bob's your uncle and that. So let's just keep it going, man. You see, when you have a proper midfield 3 man in there that want the ball, big difference. Amen. I hope we don't drop off the intensity and energy we started with. Obviously, it's hard to maintain that level of. They're some of the fittest. Well, really, some of professional Premier League footballers, some of the fittest people in England, but as fit as they are, it's like you can't play. Nobody can play from minute 0 to 90 like that, innit? They're not robots. So as we get tired, it's just about being sensible. If you can't make that run, or you ain't got, if you know that you've only got 10 overlapping runs left in you, then let it be 10. Just got to be professional and adapt it. I would say mentally be switched on more than anything, man. I don't want to see a goal conceded here. Unless VAR does us dirty and there's some crazy, stupid moment, I don't want to see us concede a goal here. And I want that third. And I do agree. I think we're being, myself as well, I think we're being a bit harsh, calling for our boys to be ruthless. But yeah, man, if my only criticism would be, I think if the game ends right now, I think Karius leaves with a bit of, like, out of all his Newcastle teammates, I think he can leave with a bit of pride. I want his pride on the floor. You saw with the own goal, he flapped at it from the set piece. Obviously, to be fair, he had no chance against for the play that led to Havertz's goal. But Newcastle are gifting the ball back to us, gifting it back. Make it count, because that's what Premier League winning title teams do. Jorginho cooking like this makes me wonder what this team would look like with a Zubamendi in that role. If I'm dreaming, maybe even a Kimmich or Frankie de Jong. You are, man. Ben White bullying Gordon the whole match, off and on the ball. I do like the little argy-bargy they got. You see Bruno without the dark arts is looking shit. Bro, Bruno Gomares is one of the most overrated players in the Prem, and I don't mean that to criticize him. He's lit. But he gets praised for the fight, and he does things in big games where it's a bit spooky. I'm still having him at Arsenal, though. We must get a third. Odegaard must be ruthless. We must make quicker decisions and shoot when he has the space. I thought we'd get tired after all that intensity, but it looks like the team is going up again. And I do think goals will give you that, innit? I think everything the players, I say players, Odegaard, Arteta, they made a big song and dance about the atmosphere at the Emirates. Obviously, Getz is there. doing all of that. There was, if you're at the Emirates and you're listening, you would have seen the fireworks. You know, there's one thing building up the game to be lit, but you've got to deliver. And, you know, if it was a concert, these men are moving like Beyonce and that, innit? Like fully giving people their money's worth. Rio Ferdinand ain't got nothing to say. Still managed to mention Bukayo Saka, though. Martin Key on this elbow Rio for that nonsense he does, man. DG is an 8 that we need, or simply a deep line conductor. Bring that in. It could be a cultural 6. If you get one of these, because you've got 6s, like who could be like, I don't have it. Everyone's not gone to, I ain't got none to mind. You could have a cultural 6 like a Declan Rice at West Ham, or you can go and find, obviously, I'm just saying names, the Rodris, Jorginhos. They're deep line playmakers. But if you can find that, I'm all for that. I just want a midfielder that we're able to long-term be able to play like this, if I'm honest. Jorginho, spot on today. Kimmich is a shout. You know, him and Tuchel don't get along and he could be leaving Bayern at the end of the season. Yeah, but Tommy Tuchel's leaving at the end of the year, innit? Please, please, please smash the like button, people. How are we not at 300 likes, people? We got 236. We're trying to get to 70k subs. I told man, massive difference when we're allowed to play properly, not this containment crap. Big man Ting, been a great first half. Love the aggression and the hunger to win the ball back, but we need to be more ruthless. Even the own goal, you look and have Art Saliba and someone else standing ball watching. One game at a time, 3 points, and we move. This is the start of the run. And after this game, all top 3 teams would have played the same amount of games. Are you sure about that, Frank? Oh, yeah, you actually are for a point in time. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. Yeah, you're right. Still, I'm just looking at it. And then that puts us on 58 point. Bloody hell. 12 games left. I don't look at the league table, but unless this game goes left, which we hope is not the case, we've got 58 points. City have 59. Liverpool have 60. We've got the same goal difference at this moment in time as Liverpool, plus 38. You know, in life, they say the hope kills. Well, we're making a bloody good run at this, innit? The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. And so far, so good. We are hustling. We are hustling. We are hustling. You know, I'm not going to say no one cares about the Porto game, but the performance, no one cares right now. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Odegaard cooking. Kyrgios, Martinelli, fairly lively. Don't mind me, people. I'm just tweeting. Make sure you're following the Twitter. So far, so good, man. Why can't every game be like this, man? Why can't every game be like? If only life was like that, right? It's not though. Barella, Rice, Odegaard, problems. Douglas Luiz is a shout. Just bring me someone that wants the ball. Like Douglas Luiz has changed my mind this year. Been amazing. Big up DG. Great game so far. Hopefully a third goal early on and we get to rest in players. I hear that, but and you are right, because we need to rest players. You know, injuries are happening and all these things. But what are we resting them for? Like, we're not playing until not this coming Monday, the next Monday. So you, man, will do your recovery session tomorrow. And you ain't got a week off because you're going to be in training, but you got a week off. It's not like we've got to focus on a Tuesday, Wednesday fixture. But you are right. You know what? If you could save the legs, it was nice to battle West Ham and Burnley and see Saka actually get subbed. I hope we start like this against Porto. I think we all do, but we've got to deal with Newcastle with the 45 minutes left, Sheffield United, and then talk about that. Brother, we should have scored so much more goals. Need to rise it to 4-0 so we get to see Smith Rowe and Jesus cook. If Smith Rowe comes off the bench, he bags against Newcastle. He loves it. We need a midfielder that wants the ball. Big up Kai, but he doesn't show for the ball enough, especially with Kira at left back. He doesn't offer much. To be fair, he's playing more as a traditional left back, but this has been one of the games I've seen a bit more about from Kirill at left back, if I'm honest. Big him up. And if I'm Jesus, if I'm Trossard, if I'm Eddie Nketiah, lol, I'm second half, I'm warming up next to the manager. I want to come on. So I think we're all in agreement that we love how we played, but we just want some more goals. Feels personal today. I don't see the boys taking the foot off the gas because it is personal. No coincidence, Martinelli is playing better with Rice. Rice wants the ball and is not just coasting. So far, so good. Keep up the intensity. We get 2 more full-time 4-0. I know I said 3-1 is my prediction and it's still on, but I'm going to change it to 3-0. I want my clean sheet, man. I want my clean sheet. I think we're playing the same as Porto, but added that bit of bite we're missing. There's more intensity, man. And I wouldn't say we're playing the same because Benjamin White ain't inverting like that. Kai's not in the middle of the pitch. Yeah. Kai's touch could be so much better, but our front line is bang. Yeah, a couple of times his first touch has been shaky, man. Pardon me. Arteta holds grudges and learns from his mistakes. I'm not sure about Zubamendi anymore. Douglas just be a great midfielder with Rice controlling the six and Odegaard going forward more. Bailey don't get enough credit at Aston Villa. He's Jamaican, one of the best wingers in the league. Only player I'll snake Bukayo Saka for. I'm chatting, man. We look proper up for it though. Love that we need to simplify what we do when we actually get in front of goal. If you have one or two things you always do, you can bag way more. Time to sell Eddie to Newcastle. They need something. Well, hey, they need God right now, man. Like, North London's a scary place to bot through, man. It's not Newcastle's fault. Same way it happened to Liverpool, it happened to City, it happened to United. Like, well, in fact, Fulham did it to United, didn't it? Big up Fulham. They dealt with both. Bruno getting destroyed today. It's like boys against men. Every time Newcastle can't string 10 passes together, and they're trying to play out from the back, clocking that Declan Rice and them lot are nicking it high up the field. Then they're trying to go long. Saliba, Gabriel, Kiri, or even Raya when required. They're just mopping up and dealing with what they need to deal with. Bring me Xavi Simons if we don't grab Zubamendi or Frankie de Jong, dream chasing. One thing I don't want to see next season, Odegaard getting the ball deep in our half anymore. I want to see it on occasion, but, you know, Odegaard's a player you want dancing and dropping shoulders and linking up with players in and around the opponent's 6-yard box. They're in trouble. I'm not confident, still nervous. Why United catching strays? The game's the game, innit? The game's the game. I'm sure you and a number of you had a lot to say when Porto dealt with us, and no doubt when we lose, we'll have something to say. When you know how this football banter runs, win your games, you're good. Don't get too cocky now. Why? I could never. I don't know about that. Longstaff and Bruno can't turn on the ball, or they run into traffic and Isaac is by himself. That's what we should be doing. You know, you isolate the Dangermans, the Gordons, the Isaacs, the Almiron. If these guys can't get on the ball and string passes together, you've nullified that. Bruno, yeah, he's had a couple touches, but then he's been dispossessed. It's a problem. Well, Newcastle consistently for their whole defense, but the actual defenders at 6s and 7s, like they're losing the ball cheaply. And to be fair, they've caught life 1-2 times. I wouldn't even play Jesus, if anything, last 10, 15. I'm sure he'll be itching to come on though, but you are right, man. Don't risk it. Yeah, I don't know about ourselves. I did. But hey, Newcastle hype. Big game hype. Havertz has occupied space well, working channels and breaking up, playing the final third. Having Rice further forward is helping. And again, when you've got somebody 30 on the left-hand side, Martinelli looks a lot better, man. It's not hard. This ain't football, ain't rocket science. Big up Jorginho. Rice/Martinelli been good. Just got to keep going, man. It's as simple as that. Just got to keep doing what we're doing, man. Keep doing what we're doing. We're laughing. Mess about is peak. The boys are back out there. Come on, boys. Huddles and all sorts. You look at Newcastle's average position. One second, I want to take a picture of that. Oh, my phone's over there. At their average position, like they're all in their own half. They're all in their own half. They just can't get out, and that shows that the game plan, and obviously the players implementing the game plan, is working. We've stifled whatever Eddie Howe has tried to do. It's not banged, but anything can happen, man. We can't get too confident and too excited. We need to make sure we get 3 points. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Oh, where's the remote, man? Oh, ref, hurry up. What's this? Okay, that was a dodgy way of starting again from Newcastle, but all right. Second half is kicked off, and it's here with Bukayo Saka. Saka to Benjamin White. Wasn't the best of passes from Bukayo Saka to Benjamin White. It'll be a Newcastle throw. Might have to call RSPCA and celebrate. And celebration police is only Magpies. Come on, where's Gallagher? Need an 8, a 6, and a winger. Amen. We're definitely going to need both, DG. Just clock this footy being played without Partey. We need a replacement for him as well. We do. This is how we get out of the hood. We're not going to get to where Arsenal want to get to respectfully unless Kai Havertz turns into a bit of Jorginho. We're not going to get to where we need to. Speaking of that, the devil, Jorginho in possession, goes back to Benjamin White, who's rumoured to be close to signing a new deal. Our keeper, David Raya. Do you know what? Score a couple more. He might as well sub on Ramsdale. Not too many appearances for him. Kiri or Cruyff turns. Lovely confidence. Gabriel, that's poor from you. You know, Martinelli's got you out of that. Lovely from Martinelli. Keep that in, boys. Lovely, Kirill. Go home. Thank you. Martinelli. Jorginho wants. Fair enough. It's here with Big Gabby. Raya in possession. No one needs to be a hero. Just keep doing what you did in the first half. Raya, that's a sexy pass to Saka. Saka, come on. Bukayo Saka inside. You can't stop the star boy. Saka, lovely ref. You see in the pools. Martinelli. Flag stays down. Kai Havertz. Blood clot. Havertz. Unlucky. You know what? You've been good today. Havertz. Come on, fella. Great play from everybody involved. Saka should have an assist. Would the offside flag have come up? That sums up Havertz, really. You know what? They might have said his arms offside, but everything else is Havertz, blood. The movement's good. The first touch was good. Blood clot. Havertz, fam. Raw. It's cool, though. It's cool, though. I hope it is. It's cool, man. It's cool, Havertz. You did your thing before, man. It's cool. It's cool. You scored a sitter. You missed a sitter. Should have scumbagged an assist for Saka, man. That should have been the final nail in the coffin. Declan Rice, forgetting who he is, doing too much there. Newcastle's Bruno Gomares. Oh, Isaac. Aye, man, them, please. Raya, get up. Isaac in possession. Still in our box. Boys, okay, it's come to nothing. Boys, no nervous stuff, please. Us Arsenal fans, we're in dreamland. Kai Havertz. This is what he does well. Still in possession. Just thingy stuff. People, you lot saw what I saw. Let's just keep positive, man. I don't know what Havertz was on there. He's missed a sitter. If you're just listening, he's missed a sitter. But he scored, so it's cool. Martinelli on this left-hand side. Absolute sitter. Jorginho. Don't worry, Havertz. You're going to get a brace. Positive thinking. Scruffed it off his heel. I can't lie, see, man. He needs to be scoring, bro. Regardless, like, you're a professional footballer, Havertz, man. You're actually better than that. Like, you're actually way better than that. Jorginho with another movie pass. Does it find Benjamin White? He heads it into the path for Saka. Never a handball. Boys play to the whistle. Saka, you know he didn't hit the Newcastle man's hand. And Livramento and Newcastle are counter-attacking here. We've got some defending to do. Gordon only really has Isaac to aim for. Don't let him on that right foot. So we let him on that right foot. It's cool, though. Raya's technically made a save. It's cool. It helps with the statistics. Gets his gloves dirty. But our Spanish keeper's done what's required. But with Curtis, I don't know what he could have done, what he should have done, but he should have a brace. And we should be laughing. And I should be changing the scoreline. That was her madness. Everything was perfect from us. The next goal is vital for obvious reasons. You lot are tuned in with me, so you know football. You know why the next goal is vital. But you don't have to get a third goal. Just make sure you don't concede. The more the game goes on, the more Eddie Howe is going to have to abandon whatever he's doing. You know, put yourself in Eddie Howe's shoes. You know, you're probably going to lose regardless. I don't want to jinx it, but would you rather lose 2-0 or 3-1? By that, you're going to have to venture forward and stuff. Obviously, if they want to make it a football match and give us space on the transitions, it's not going to end well for them. Gordon, who's probably out the front three, who've not had much to scream and shout about, probably been the most liveliest, probably because of his handbags with Benjamin White consistently. Livramento. Botman. So, he was whining like a little... I'm going to get cancelled. Let me just relax. He was whining. Pardon me, Kyrill's giving it away cheaply. Bruno Gomares, he's nothing when he ain't doing argy-bargy or pointless spamming crosses. Somehow it's gone all the way out to Gordon here, though. Boys, don't ruin the hard work. Anthony Gordon up against Ben White. That's too easy, White. You know from I'm saying Jorginho's helped you defensively, respectfully. You need to pattern up. We've cleared our lines. I love the fact that Odegaard's putting in the shift defensively, and I know he's not that kind of player, but him being on the yellow card is making me nervous, people. Newcastle come out as the better side. I mean, 5 minutes into the second half, Newcastle are playing embarrassing. They're disrespecting themselves, their manager, and the travelling fans. We probably expected them to come out with a bit more fight, so they can do that. But even with that, ifs and buts are not things. But even if you are saying that, if we could have got that third, doesn't matter. Carriers. To be fair, Ramsdale, you must be looking at yourself like I could play for Newcastle if I can take Pope's spot. Sitting back now, seeing this before. I wouldn't say we're sitting back. Hopefully, Fabio and Jesus for the last 20. This is a big concern with Kai. World class off the ball, but doesn't cut it on the ball. And he has the ability, good touch and passes, just isn't cutting it or daring. I wouldn't say he's got the touch, though, man. Like, Kai Havertz, big him up, but like, he's actually, out of all the players at Arsenal, his first touch is quite horrible, really. If I'm honest, like, slightly, who's got a better first touch? Kai Havertz or Eddie Nketiah? Slightly. Newcastle is now coming in tough, but still, Newcastle's improved as expected in the second half. 6 minutes in, essentially. Oh, there was a foul off the ball. Don't know what happened there. Love that from Kirill. Safety first. We've hooked it. Good hands by Ryle. Havertz didn't only miss the chance, but missed wide. This game is not over. Allow him, man. Allow him. Xerxes, Nico Williams, Neto, Douglas, Luiz, and the Everton centre-back. Bargain bucket settings. Martin Odegaard dropping the shoulders. I'm willing to say this with chest. Martin Odegaard is the most entertaining footballer in this Arsenal team. Jorginho's found Benjamin White, who White's probably the most underrated player in the Arsenal team. Bukayo Saka. But hey, Kirill's back inverting. My guy, confidence in that. Martinelli, forget everyone. Deliver. Poor from you, Martinelli. It's back here with Newcastle. Don't let them out. Martinelli shouldn't have fouled him. He's dying for that foul. Didn't they sign Almiron from the MLS? You're not serious. Don't want to see this. Kai has a better touch than any, I think you mean. We just need to keep it going, man. No one be a hero. Just keep doing what we're doing. Keep ticking this thing over, and we're good. Game management. Just be sensible, boys, man. Havertz over Eddie, and we didn't even want Havertz as first choice, but it says it all. I'd rather Havertz up front than Eddie Nketiah. If you put a gun to my head and we need a goal, I might lean towards Eddie Nketiah, but for all of Havertz's frustration, at least you can say he's going to do the other stuff across 90 minutes. Eddie Nketiah is a bit of a passenger. Kai Havertz wins the header. Unfortunately for him, there's no teammates. Is that free kick, ref? That looked like a head injury, ref. That's serious, and Havertz wins free kicks in that. Havertz can do things in 2 touches, so he's better. True. Martin Odegaard, best steal in the Prem. I don't think people give Arsenal credit for Odegaard, bro. 30 million. Big up James Maddison, even though he plays for them lot. But no one should ever fix their lips and ever compare James Maddison to Odegaard. And I'm not even doing the Arsenal Spurs thing. If you know football, watch them both play. Maddison himself tell you Odegaard's better than him. Bukayo Saka finished them, man. Come on. People try to question my star boy because he's not doing a million Beyblade skills. It's crazy. Gabriel. Martin Lenny. Declan Rice, show for it, please. Big Gabby. Jorginho. That third goal is going to slap. Odegaard in the pockets. Havertz in the pockets. Jorginho, what's he found there? Oh, I don't know. Jorginho, I don't know what he saw there. Big up Kirill for trying. He's kept it on, ref. Trippier thinks he's the hardest man in the world, isn't it? Eddie and Nketiah got the Lewisham touch. South London media, bro. Like, none of the South London Academy guys are really certy at Arsenal like that. I just think Eddie, no coincidence, Eddie, Nelson, Smith Rowe on the bench. We're looking lit. Feel so bad giving Smith Rowe straight there. Then you got Hudson-Odoi, Jadon Sancho. None of the South London players are good, man. It's peak. Trippier's throw weren't the best, but Newcastle have the ball. I do think the intensity second half dropped off a tiny bit, if I'm honest with you. And it's too easy there for Newcastle to progress from their own half to ours. And it's here with Anthony Gordon down this left-hand side. You know what he wants to do. He's found Millie. I mean, 54 minutes into this game, unlike the first half, Newcastle have actually been seen in our half in the second half. Kai Havertz and Cole win it back. Martinelli, I don't know what he tried to do there. Kai, get there. Don't let... Hey, lovely. Kai, get there again. Ref, definitely never a foul. It's a good tackle by Trippier. And Newcastle could attack. I'm kind of happy now that we got the 2 goals in the first half. Trippier in possession. Almiron. Bruno Gomes. Isaac, don't let him shoot. No way for Isaac. He finds it to Almiron. Still here in our half. Trippier delivering, spamming it. He's overhit that. I don't want to see Gordon keep that on. That shouldn't be kept on with Gordon. Yeah, he trying skills. Hey, you mop it. Pushing Benjamin White. You mop it. Going to be rude there, but Mum said if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say stuff. 2-0 ain't safe. It ain't. Clean sheet would be good. I need to see some killer instinct and more shots from outside the box. I hear that. If you got a stream, share it. I'm watching it on TV. Remember when everyone wanted Buendia instead of Odegaard? I can't say me. I'm wrong about a lot of Arsenal things, but I told man about Odegaard. Said Lacazette won't get the goals. Said Jesus will be good, but won't get the goals. Said Pepe, we're ripping ourselves off. It's been a tough road with Odegaard, man, but it's easy for me to fall in love with people like Martin Odegaard. I'm 28. All I've known is Arsene Wenger. Like, you just needed a set to see how Odegaard plays football, and you knew it was time, man. I must admit, now I kind of understand why you're captain. I didn't see at the beginning, like, You're not, I wouldn't say you're not captain material, but you're definitely not what I would, you're not the conventional English captain. North London produce real ballers. You asked me for some North London ballers, I'm scratching my head, but I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Every time I see Havertz, I think of that USA skill game. Every time I see Kai Havertz, I think of, do you remember the game FIFA Street? Do you remember when they messed it up and they were doing, like they made it like cartoony? That's how Havertz plays ball. But big him up, man. He's our German. Bruno Gomares, Isaac. First time we've said that combination. Millie, Livramento. Bearing in mind he's right-footed playing on the left-hand side. There might be something to be wary of there. So, to be fair, approaching the hour mark, we knew there'd be a reaction from Newcastle. I won't quite say we've gone a bit flat or the intensity's dropped, but it don't feel like the intensity's there. But again, football's a 90-minute game. We knew Newcastle would react, so we just need to be professional. They've given it away here. This is why it was so smart of us to score the goals when we did. That's crazy. Odegaard was a prospect in a tough Real Madrid team. He's always been good. Just needed a team like Arsenal to get game time. Great players, still young. When we talk about world class and all of this, like I think Odegaard could do that. I think Saliba could do that. I think maybe one day Saka, if he hasn't, would do that. Probably missing out one, but yeah. So yeah, man. Buendia hype died very early. Buendia was a serious hype job. Bukayo Saka and Benjamin White tried to play a 1-2. Saka, be strong. I mean, he's barged Botman, but Botman's done well to see it out for a goal kick. Unlucky, lads. Unlucky. And it just makes you think, man, had we have had a clinical element about us in the Newcastle game at their place, Aston Villa, West Ham, where would we be, man? Defending well and holding our shape, nothing wrong with that. Exactly. It's like a boxing match. You can't be giving all the punches all the time. Naturally, I do think I would have liked to have seen us sharper. I do think Havertz should have a brace today. But yeah, Jorginho does very well. Goes all the way back to Raya. Gabriel wants Raya. Oh, the touch is taking you away from that. What's Raya tried to find? The idea was good. That was never finding Saka. Big up Ian Wright, man. Big up Ian Wright. But how long ago was that? You went from Ian Wright and them kind of players, and what have you got now, mate? Uncle Jorginho concedes a silly foul. It's cool, man. It's cool. Seems like Arsenal just taking it easy now. I'm starting to yawn. You lot are tough to please, man. Martin Odegaard will lead the press. And as much as we're winning 2-0, I do think Mr. Mikel Arteta's got to be not getting subs immediately, but I think he's got to think about them. But Kyle Saka, that's a good... Oh, Lord, I was about to say that's a good touch. What happened to Saka there? What was that? Bro, Saka kicking the ball like he hates his teammates. What was that? It's cool, though. Starboy settings. I don't know what that was. Ugh. What was that, Sax? He glitched. Balassi hype. Jorginho. Zaha was a baller, to be fair. Bukayo Saka again. Okay, that's the Saka I know. Simple pass to Kirill. Big up Ian Wright, man. But in today's day and age, where are them South London players, man? Who from South is good in today's day and age? Like, who is top quality? Like, top. Mustard. Banter aside, there's some good players, but who? I don't make the rules or the agendas. Oh, Hudson Odoi and that. Arteta run the subs. Yeah, but I think maybe a little Trossard thing. Maybe Trossard. What else is there? I would like to see. I think if we played to the same way we was playing, I think maybe Fabio Vieira. But then who do you take off? Benjamin White, Martin Wondergaard, Bukayo Saka. Killed Benjamin White there, Sacks, man. Clean sheet and sub soon. Let's not forget Wednesday night Champions League, including travel. It's not next week, though, is it? But you are right, though. That does play a part in how we're playing. Pardon me, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You might get a lot of girls. I don't know about football. Ooh, Botman made a mess of that. People are scared of Kai Havertz. It's been 49% to 51% in terms of possession in Newcastle's favour. Can we mention Odegaard in the same sentence as Cesc, Bergkamp, Cazorla and Ozil? He's moving in that direction, but no. He's the closest thing we got to that, but come on, man. Cesc Fabregas a big man for Martin Odegaard. I love Odegaard. I've been talking about him. If he's a big man, if Cesc Fabregas is a big man for Martin Odegaard, where you don't know where to start with Dennis Bergkamp. Mesut Ozil, arguably the best playmaker of his generation, and when you talk in terms of artistry and playmaking, one of the best to have ever done it. Santi Cazorla, absolutely lit. But yeah, unfortunately, Isaac could be in here. This the one they say plays like Thierry Henry, mate. You wearing number 14? Damn, mate. Couldn't be a number 14 on the pitch. Eddie Nketiah's on the bench and he's playing better than you. Is this the next one really talking about? This the one they said had a great partnership with Odegaard. Odegaard's a bloody good footballer if he made you look like a good striker, mate. What kind of shot is that? On a serious note, though, first sort of glance you've seen from Isaac, he brought it down well. The touch was horrible. Who are you? Odegaard is the level of a very, very good Wilshere. Right, is peeing me off harsh, man. Bring the South London players on. That's when we concede goals. On that is Ozil underrated. It's difficult. I do think because of when we signed Ozil, a bit like when Man United signed Pogba, like these kind of players in England, if the whole team isn't fixed up, it's like dessert. It's like they're the creme de la creme. When Man United signed Pogba and when we signed Ozil, you've got to make sure because essentially, more so Ozil, they're luxury players. You need to have the defensive mid, the striker, the system, and all of these things. We signed those. We're like, you're a good player. You play for Real Madrid, score 1 million goals, get 1 million assists, cure world hunger, and keep it moving. That was never going to happen. Ben ref, that's surely a foul. Okay, so I'll throw. But yeah, I think we failed Mesut Ozil, really. I think Ozil being in a bit of a maverick and an enigma didn't help him. I don't think he adapted to the same way you saw someone like David Silva adapt to the modern day. Hey, Trossard. That's probably for Martinelli. Should be for Saka. But yeah, Martinelli. He's cool, man. You got to assist. We move. Don't worry. The goals are coming. They're coming. Brazilian. It's raining right now. It's going to be lit soon. We go again. Trossard, you got a goal here today? Well, at least Martinelli got assist. Don't worry, Martinelli, man. Your form has been mixed. It's been a better reaction from him. The closest I've seen to Ozil's playmaking ability is Messi. Ooh, I mean, Iniesta and that. Alma runs off. Don't play these dons that come from MLS. Oh, is that? Next year on mate. Off your cam. Didn't know you was playing. Harvey Barnes. But to be fair, someone like Harvey, I don't know who goes up front for them then? Harvey Barnes is a problem. He'll run at us. Fresh legs. We need to be wary. DG either replace Cazorla with Kai or Martinelli with Sanchez. Whoa. Imagine Saka on one wing and Alexis on the other, or Alexis up front. I'd say Santi Cazorla, man. Because that's what when I say we need an 8, that's what I want, man. If we could grab a Santi Cazorla, we'd be lit. Newcastle in possession. Sarr to Botman. It's been a good reaction from Newcastle in the second half, saying that Kai Havertz is wonderful. Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, first time into Kai Havertz. Give it back. Oh, do you know it's Kai Havertz? Saka, put that on your left and ras it. Bukayo Saka. Oi, set man shop. Oi! Star boy! Oi! We do this! We do this! We do this! We do this! Game, set, match. Lovely build-up play. Newcastle, thank you. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Arsenal 3. Newcastle 0. Bukayo blood clot Saka. Oi. That's why you don't get subbed. It's not your fault, Karius. It's not your fault, Karius. You ain't done nothing bad. It's not you. It's your teammates. You ain't done nothing bad. Saka. Lovely. It's your teammates, bro. Botman effing about in possession. Shout out to Kai Havertz for winning the ball back. Martin Wondergaard took control of proceedings. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz all involved. Technically, it's an assist to go with the goal for Kai Havertz now. Saka, hey, Livramento, stop playing these Cobham Academy guys against Bukayo Saka. Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, get warmed up, please. There we have it. Lovely from Saka, man. He's been not quiet today, but quiet. I say that. His corner led to the goal. Starboy stuff. Sent man for a patty. Crazy. We got Odegaard, Rice, and Kai for their involvement. Lovely. It's lovely. 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 Arteta, we must concede Smith Rowe today. Must concede Smith Rowe today. Must concede Smith Rowe today, Gaffer. Real star boy settings, man. Martinelli assist, Saka goal. I'm eating good, man. I'm eating good today. Most goals in the Premier League this season. We've got 61. Liverpool have 63. So imagine we had a striker. Ozil created more chances than David Silva, I think, 6 seasons in a row when they were in the Prem. Get what you're saying. I think Ozil would have been crazy. I hear that, but David Silva went from being this poetic and majestic. You got to remember, like, the 10's dead. David Silva done all that majestic football, whether he's playing out wide or in a 10. But what I mean is he adapted to the modern day. Ozil, I think there was a reluctance to do that. Saka starts for any team on the planet. 7 goals in the last 5 games for Mr. Saka, allegedly. Boy, man said Vinicius, we are shameless. Kai Havertz goal and assist. I don't make the rule. Hey, Rio Ferdinand. Why is it Saka scored and I'm seeing voice of Rio Ferdinand? Get yourself. I don't want to hear you, man. DG, don't lie to your heart. Sanchez over Gabby all day. It is, but Santi Cazorla. Imagine this team right now with Santi Cazorla in. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Good question, though, man. I live for questions like that, man. Hey, Livamento, I'm sorry, man. I like you a lot. It's just big boy Bukayo Saka. Horrible defending from Salah. Just Saka. And this is the same guy I see playing for under 18s at 16, playing right wing in the Checo Trade Trophy and just embarrassing grown men. I think Ozil didn't want to do them things there consistently, man. That's his problem. Kyrgios, we've been treated to 3 goals. All right, Trossard, you're in. All right, where's his support? Trossard, you might have to do it alone. Oh, Trossard's touched, killed him. He's earned a corner, though. Surely, ref, thank you. They don't want to hear what Rio's got to say, man. It would be nice to see Gabby Jesus come off the bench. It really would be nice, you know, only with a goal, though. Like, 10 minutes, give him a little run-up. It'd be nice for Kai Havertz to come off just for the fans to clap for him. Pause. AFTV better be doing the late shift, but I'm going to run to the Emirates after this. Declan Rice to take this. Come on, Declan. Another shameless assist. I'm here for this. Kyrgios, get your head on this, man. For the Polish Gooners out there. Declan Rice delivers. It's a horrible one. It's horrible. Declan, you're better than that. Worst corner I've seen you taken. It's another one, though. That goal gave me Robin vibes. Saka is inevitable. You know he's going to do. You just can't stop it. And every day I see Saka do this. You want to compare him to Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Kulusevski, Cole Palmer, all these idiots. Yes! What did I say? Kyrgios, do this for Poland. The Polish Gooners are going crazy. Go on, Kyrgios. Go on, Kyrgios. And they say I hate on Kyrgios. They sit there and tell me that I hate on Kyrgios. 4 of the best from Arsenal. Arsenal 4. Newcastle 0. It's not yours. We're just gunners, man. Got cannons on our crest. Big up the set piece coach. You're not allowed to leave. You need a new contract. Lovely from Rice. They said Declan Rice can't play ball. Arteta making him an all-action midfielder. This commentary shouldn't be free. I can't lie. It's horrible defending from Newcastle. I don't give a flying monkeys about that. Kyrgios gets his head to it and we're gone. Let's go. Let's go. You can't say that's an own goal. To be fair, even if you put it as an own goal, no one gives a flying monkey. Smash the like button for another finish, people. We've done what we needed to do. Arsenal 4. Newcastle 0. It's peak. It's not your fault, Eddie Howe. You try to come rock up here with some defensive formation. Called it. Said go get the... Oh, they're snaking him. Are they saying million goal? Are they snaking him? I think they're snaking Kyrgios. Come, man. You can't do that, man. As I said, for the Polish Gooners out there, can't do that, man. You know there's someone with Kyrgios. You know that's it's been ruled as an own goal. Who cares though? Who actually honestly cares? Ref, come on, how's that? Declan Rice. If there's one thing I don't like about him, you're too nice. Fuck them. Pardon my French. Please, Declan. Stop being everyone's friend. We're Arsenal. We're supposed to be hated. Everyone hates us. They ain't gonna do that for you. Jorginho's tried to win the ball. Ooh, Kai Havertz got nutmegged by Gomares and then a no-look pass. Great when you're 4-0 down, mate. To be fair, I want my clean sheet. Harvey Barnes, who I'm kind of scared of, finds Millie. Is this your star boy? Own goals and that. Crazy. He don't deserve that. He's just a good kid, man. Tarns, allow it, man. We win games. I'm getting to that. If we score one more, we don't. This, do you know what it is? It's not even exciting. This is what my club do to teams. We're not United. We don't lose this weekend. We just smash teams up and go home. And especially at the Emirates, which you saw what we did to United. Saw what we did to City. Saw what we did to Liverpool. It's light work, man. It's normal. The excitement's gone. We just take care of business. Longstaff, you think you can play these peasants against my team? That's never a foul, ref. Ref, you're falling for everything. You're falling for everything. You're falling for everything. Longstaff, stop crying. That's probably the first free kick you won in your life, mate. Boy, if you got Kyrgios in your, not Kyrgios, Karius in your FPL, boy, it's peak. It is an own goal, man. That's going down as an own goal. Life as an Arsenal fan, I'm still thinking about that Porto loss. I just enjoy the moment. Saka is world class on and off the pitch, bro. Our set pieces are a joke. Listen, we need to be getting 5 more. If the set pieces bang, they bang, and they have. All right, Joe Willett, big you up. You know why you couldn't make it, innit? They're bringing on Lascelles and Dan Burn. See, that's how you know Eddie Howe is not happy. Bruno Gomares. When it's your football team, you're not on nothing. You're a great player. We'll see, I support Brazil. I'll see you there. But for now, you're crap. Don't think I'm going to see tweets by you. Joe Willett, well in. Because you're coming back from injury as well. Well in, Joe. Found your level. I like Dan Burn, but smoke on these youths. Boy. Woo! Lascelles on. Ain't that all 5 subs from Eddie Howe? Rattled. Can we have more goals, please? Kyrgios, since he's come into the team, has been impressive. Let him keep going. Botman. Ugh. This your shooters. This your centre-backs. Ugh. Newcastle hype. Newcastle ain't got the depth, bro. Our depth is peak. So if I'm saying that about Newcastle, what does that mean? Leave a mental hooked. Stop bringing these Cobham Academy players and think they're going to do something here. Hard to be. Remember when Newcastle used to be the best defense in the league? Now they're leaking goals every week. Their owners can't be happy with Eddie Howe. They overachieved last year, man. Would you say the 2 goals this half come from nothing? Maybe, but that's what good teams do. How much times have we played well against City and Liverpool and we've done dumb things and they've took the goals? Lovely from Saka. Oh, what's that? What's the rest of the game for? What's going on, ref? All right, cool. We don't mind. It's 4-0, man. We want 7. Kyrgios Hive closing soon. Invest your stocks. Kyrgios, I'm sorry, man. I did say it was a confidence thing with you. Oh, fair enough. Raya tried to start a counter-attack. It hit the ref. To be fair, he deserves that. Big up Raya. I like you. Declan Rice to Kyrgios. The streets know Kyrgios scored. Trossard. Ooh! Nutmegging Dons for no reason. Ooh, don't get near the Belgium devil, mate. David Raya. Is he going to find the goal scorer Bukayo Saka? He does. Saka's never going to get his head there. Ref, that free kick. I can't lie. I don't think that's a free kick, but I'll take it. I'll have it. Woo. Easy. Boy, this is lovely. Be honest, who was scared for Newcastle at home? Hey, Smith Rowe. Yes. Hey, who said they wanted the South London Gooners? You got all of them. Smith Rowe. You're scoring. God, please. God, please. Odegaard. Jorginho being the cat. Odegaard. Wonder God. Best Norwegian in the Prem, mate. What a player, man. What a player, man. Odegaard, take your time, man. Soak that in. We've come a long way from talking about if Joe Willock or Lacazette should be on number 10s. Yeah, Dennis Suarez and these guys. We've come a long way, man. All right, raw. Saka getting subbed again. Raw. He looks vexed. Am I alive? Raw. Saka getting subbed. Hey, Saka. Hey, Kai Havertz, as I said. £65 million flop where? Yes, we're shameless. We'll be back to slagging Worth next week. But today, Eddie, go and score. I've always believed in you. Fresh haircut as well. Show them. Big up Nelson. Nelson and Nketiah and Smith Rowe coming on. Only big up Smith Rowe and Nelson. I mean, big up Nelson and Nketiah, but I'm here for a Smith Rowe goal, man. I need to see that. I must be the only one still supporting the team. Come on, boys. There's a fifth here. Smash the like button if you want a fifth. Hey, lens settings. DG, would you get Vieira and Jesus on so they get much needed match fitness? Maybe 5 minutes. Last 5. I'd be cautious with Jesus though. I don't. Maybe Vieira because he's on the bench against Porto. I'd love to see Jesus, and I am not a physio, but yeah. Go on, Smith, bro. Bro, the South London Utes lose the ball. It's cool though. It's cool. It's cool. Joe Willock, big up all the Haylanders. It's been a good day seeing hella Haylanders here. Shout out to Iwobi, Man United, more like Man Divided. It's crazy. After our away game against these, look, we deserve this. They gave Kirill the goal, as they should. I hope you look that clip up my clips and put them on them fan reactions. This should not be free. This commentary is a different level. Why? I love the game. Harvey Barnes of Newcastle down this left-hand side. Delivers. Raya, see it out. Thank you. It's cool, Harvey Barnes, man. You're at the Emirates. It's not safe around here, man. It's not safe. It's not safe. You lot are doing your thing, though, man. You lot are like 9th, 8th. Big up Newcastle. You lot going crazy, man. I'm trying to be like you lot. For Newcastle, they go to Blackburn in the FA Cup, which I wish we were still in. Then they've got Wolves on the 2nd of March. On the 11th of March, I hope they beat Chelsea away from home. I know that much. It's been a tough run of games for Newcastle lately, man. Obviously. Wait. It's actually peaked for Newcastle, slightly. They drew against Bournemouth before today. They just about beat Nottingham Forest. They drew 4-4 with Luton. They beat Aston Villa. They lost to City. They lost to Liverpool. They lost to Nottingham Forest. They lost to Luton. It's been a bit of a mixed bag for them Magpies. It's crazy. Wait. Let's keep going, boys, man. Smith Rowe, please, man. I need this. Got man called him Mandela. Did the commentator just say not Odegaard's finest performance? Just being sour, man. The smoking rocks. Same rocks I used to set up. Nelson, lovely. I can't believe I'm seeing Dan Burn trying to do chops and that. Smith Rowe, please. I need a goal, man. When did you last score? I don't feel like I've seen the Smith Rowe goal forever. Benjamin White. Keep the standards. Somehow that's found in Nketiah. Win the foul, Eddie. Eddie tried. That's the main thing. You know, like couple players in the Arsenal team. As long as you try, I'm not really that critical. Just try in it. Special bus settings. That is so far from me. Come on, boys. We can get used to this. See, again. This is a sad thing about Arsenal because there's enough to get gassed and have hope about, but then we're just a mad football club, man. You look at how we felt against Porto, where we're at now. Trossard's just trying to do skills, right? Eddie Nketiah. Well, to be fair, Eddie Nketiah by default's done more than Isaac. Newcastle in possession. The games like this, it's lovely. Odegaard needs a rest. He works so hard for the team. Listen, with this condensed and congested fixture calendar list, if we can save the legs of Martin Wondergaard and save the legs of Saka here and there, I'm all for it. You know, as C said as well, got to remember this is the second game in a week. Oi, ref, Trossard, you need to sell that a bit. We've got the free kick. Ref, come on, man. How many of them late ones are there? Are we playing football or not? Seriously. Come on, ref. You're better than that. No, you're not, truthfully. Muppet. Party on the bench? Nah, man. First team in Prem history to score 2 goals in both halves for 7 consecutive matches. Bring all the stats. You see, when it relates to my team, bring all them shameless stats. Didn't even know that. Didn't even know I'd care for that. But yeah, Smith Rowe goal tonight would change my life. Trust. 9 months from now, you might hear mini DGs about. Still, Raya has gone long. Eddie Nketiah, elite hold up. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, please. His shot was blocked. For a second, people, I thought it was there. Smithy, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Arteta, I beg you, don't sell him. Please, man. Please, just keep the faith, man. Please. Please. This ain't the way it's supposed to go. You can't sell Smith Rowe and Ramsdale same window, man. I know we got to make tough decisions and that, but they're the tugs, man. Draw for some North London players. Saka, innit? Saka, innit? I'm shameless. Watch. Listen, there's going to be a sick player from like Everton, Tottenham, Man House or something one day. But I'd rather have none than certain man that are out there. I can't lie. The other day I typed in North London raised footballers that I came up. I can't lie. Oh. Might have to claim Joe Willock and Harry Kane. Wolfenstein's around the corner. Might have to be shameless. I think we'd all love Smith Rowe to get a goal, man. If Smith Rowe scores today, I'll sell DG to Tottenham. Like that. I'm counting Wolfenstein. I'm shameless. You know, Northwest and North London are different, but we've got to be shameless to do that. Where's Saka from? No, Saka used to go to save scores, but he's from North, man. Arsenal now the first team to have 18 different goal scorers in the Prem. I'm here for this, DG. I'm here for this as well. Shows that goals are spread around the team. But we need a striker, man. Imagine if we could do this thing with a striker. Smith Rowe, challenge, man. Challenge for that. Millie don't want it. Foul him, man. Foul him. You did foul him, but it was dead. No selling Smith Rowe. He's got a career ahead of him with Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say it because I hope it doesn't. But I think this is the beginning of the end for him still. We've got 10 clean sheets. 10 clean sheets this season and counting. And that's the thing. You look at some of these underlying numbers. We're kind of wavy. Like, we're all right. Like, but it feels like a mixed bag. Can't believe Newcastle got Lascelles. Eddie, you can get a goal here. If you've just come off the bench, one of you subs needs to score. Because I believe you got it in you. I remember being in the IT room watching Odegaard comps as a 15-year-old when Real Madrid bought him. What year did they buy Odegaard? Was I in secondary school? I don't think so, you know. Big Gabriel's found Kirill. Be strong, Kirill. You're better than that, you know. Declan Rice, lovely. But his performance ain't going to get praised because he's not the guy like the final third player. But listen, Declan Rice, lovely. Raya. I don't mind that, Raya, man. Show us your passing. Show us your passing skills. DJ, I watched Sesko for the first time today against Bayern. He's a big unit and not a bad footballer. Got a bit of luck for the goal, but showed good feet. He scored against Bayern. Agenda. Smith Rowe just needs to stay fit and bang, man. Still, I think he has the quality. These extra 20 minutes of the match rest is good for the starters. Well done, Mikel. Been a bit quiet from Trossard since he came on. Mate, why do you shout a man said DG the best North London produce? Why do you, the only reason I mentioned South because you lot are so touchy-feely. That's you lot's personality traits, bro. South London people love to tell you they're from South, just like people who are 6 foot when it comes to women. I'm 6 foot and I'm from South. Well, what's that, Benjamin? First bad foot you put. Nelson wins it back. I'd love for Nelson to score. I think out of the subs, you've come on with a bit more intensity than Smith Rowe and Eddie Nketiah, if I'm completely honest with you. 18 different goal scorers. I'm here for that. I don't mess up my clean sheet. Gordon's in here, people. No foul, Gabriel. Take your hands off him. Take your hands off him. Good play by Gordon. Dan Burn delivers. Oh, you man are moving mad, man. That is an idiot thing. Joe Willett scores. It's written in the script. All right, cool. If someone was going to bag, it would have been him. That's an idiot thing. That's an idiot goal to concede, boys. That's an idiot goal. At least the celebrating Newcastle fans get it. Fair enough. Someone had to score. Let it be Joe in it. It was written in the script. I know one of you put a tenner on that. Football is scripted. That was meaty, man. We knew about Harvey Barnes. That's poor from us, man. That's poor from us, man. I ain't going to get too vexed about it. Good play from good. That's poor from several Arsenal players. Good run from Dan. Good ball from Dan Burn. No one following Joe Willock's run. It's a catalogue of errors there. I'm not going to listen. Let's just stay in good spirits, innit? Let's just stay in good spirits. Let's just stay. Raya's positioning isn't the best, but you can't sit here and blame Raya. Cool, have that. Joe, big up your thing. Not gonna get too vexed about that. Not even we'll handle that in the tactical analysis video to come out tomorrow or something. People, don't forget tomorrow we're watching Chelsea Liverpool, and also at 6 p.m. I'm gonna get some Arsenal fans where we'll chop it up about this game and everything else in relation to Arsenal. So 5 minutes left. We're winning 4-1. Bit vexed about the clean sheet, but cool. Joe Willock. And now, if you lot can see the second now, we got issues. Dan Burn. Boy. I don't make the agendas, but South London players come on, clean sheet gone. Fair enough. Hey, Jorginho, don't do this. Why is Jorginho down with cramp? Oh, we ran Uncle to the ground, man. He'll be all right. He just got crap. Uncle Jorginho ran into the ground. Benjamin White and Smith Rowe doing up physio. It's cool, Jorginho, man. He's like 70 years old. We ran him into the ground. Yeah. Them people from up north are crazy. But Newcastle, if you're from Newcastle, you're different. I heard they got 24-hour Gregs. My man's got no shirt on at 4-1 down, and it's freezing. Imagine fighting them kind of guys. It's scary. No 4-4 madness. Yeah, trust. Last time we was 4-0 up against these, man. It can get long. But to be fair, Newcastle had a terrible run. I can't remember it, but we spoke about it. They had a terrible run in terms of actually scoring goals against Arsenal. So at least they've broken some record in a positive light. It's cool, Eddie Howe, man. You lot go again against who they got next. You lot go again against Wolves. I'll be a Newcastle fan on the 11th of March because they're playing Chelsea. Don't worry. We'll get back to that. 300 likes, people. Thank you. Twitch gang, don't feel left out. We always concede when Eddie comes on. He's horrible for our shape. I respect it, but that's a mad agenda if man are blaming Eddie and Ketty for it. In fact, now I was slandering South London. You're right. Jorginho's older than me now, DG. Listen, big up the OGs in the chat, but you lot are old as hell, man. You lot are old as hell. Big up you lot, man. But if you're older than Jorginho, that's a madness. That's a madness. Hey, big up the veterans, man. You lot had radio in that. That's crazy. Keep going, boys. Throw in with Benjamin White, boys. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate not to get a clean sheet, innit? Is where it is. Smith Rowe should have a degree in physio with the amount of injuries he had. Khalid, he doesn't deserve that, man. Jorginho, lovely. Jorginho's day is done. Is it Fabio Vieira coming on? There must be charity minutes there, man. Jorginho, you complain about your hamstrings. Why are you jogging? We don't need no more injury. Raw, El Nene. Who's got the Ian Wright meme? Raw, El Nene, the best Egyptian in the Prem, Jorginho. I knew you was my guy when I saw you at Carnival, you know. I knew you was my guy. Big up El Nene. Surprised Arteta didn't bring on Cedric. For no reason. You're a veteran, man. That's it. Big up, Matt. We respect the veterans, but you're not even veterans, granddads. That's crazy. That is crazy. Don't worry, I'm only 28, and some people must be younger than me because I saw someone comment Uncle DJ. I was like, what? What? Eddie and Ketty has been hitting his head, I think. Let's hope this isn't anything serious for Sarr and Eddie. Standing ovation for Jorginho, deservedly so. Joker, I grew up seeing the OG Arsenal team back in the 90s and 2000s. Forget ages about pride. Jay, it's a bit of banter. Relax, man. Cool off, man. Cool off. I'm 28. I caught the last time Arsenal was lit, in it. If you're younger than me, it's peak for you, isn't it? Like, this is the best they have. DG, man, can go off, you know. DG, you know, Jorginho is only 4 years older than you. See what I mean? 4 years is a long years, bro. That's a lot of years. What do you mean? Allow me, man. I'm turning 29 in April. Like, sometimes I want to cry. I'm like, I'm almost 30. Where's my 20s gone? I never thought I'd be this. I'm just old and rubbed. I'm tired. Like, wow. Who's your man of the match? Jorginho. I don't think there could be anyone. I don't think there could be anyone else. I think, without a doubt, Jorginho for me. I think Jorginho. Big up Havertz, Declan Rice. I think Kyrill's been good. I think everyone's done. Obviously, the goal we've conceded, I need to go and watch that again. That's the only dampener. But I think it's been a good performance. But I would go with Jorginho. You're harsh, man. And then they ain't doing his football academy in South London. Shout out to him, man. I'd become an agent. At least Guimaraes didn't score. He'd pull out 6 celebrations. Yo, man. I need my pacemaker to deal with these. Willie Boy Pause has caused us problems last time with the controversial ball on, or should I say off. Thoughts on Ben White? I like Ben White. Are you talking in general or today? Ben White's done his job today. I think everybody, and it came down Benjamin White's side, everyone could have done better in it, but I think Benjamin White's the most underrated player at Arsenal. I thought it was Gabriel. Now I think it's Benjamin White. I'm very happy with Benjamin White. And I would love for Benjamin White, Timber, Tomiyasu, Zinchenko, even Kirill, based on the last games, to all be fit, because you're giving Arteta positive headaches. I mean, Smith Rowe, Nelson, and then Ketty, you can't expect it. We're not going to get. There's been 5 minutes of added on time. We're not going to get another goal in it. Declan Rice, Trossard, been quiet, Trossard. You know, you did 1-2 nutmegs, but I ain't seen you. Trossard to Eddie and Ketty. It's a poor pass from Trossard for Eddie, innit? Touch your face, crazy. Man, 6 years older than Jorginho, sad times. Right, crazy. 38. No. You're as old as you look, man. Can push to 21, 18, 16. Some of the comments on YouTube are crazy. I remember one time, what game was it? Earlier in the season, I logged on in the morning to see my reaction comments in the analytics, and someone was like, "Rah, this brother looks old and young at the same time." I was like, oh. Do you know them comments used to ruin my day, you know, before it started. Like, I laughed, like, wow, damn. Saw my first match at Highbury coming over from the States, sitting in the North Bank during the Invincible era against West Ham. Big you up, man. This is the beautiful thing about football. Listen, I'm not slandering the ladies in the chat. Listen, age is gracious, innit? I ain't talking to you lot. Plus, I like the older girl more time, but let's not get into that. But man, you're old. Oh, Nelson, Smith Rowe. Oh, God, it's not fair, man. It's cleared off the line. Oh, I thought we was lit. The one time Newcastle want to defend. Fuck you, Dan Burn, man. It's a terrific bit of defending. Why with Smith Rose? Blood. Big up Dan Burn, man. We've taken the corner short. I bang it. Declan hit it. Nelson, not you. You're not built for that, Nelson, man. This is why you need to get sold for 15 million. You're not built for that. Straight into the hands of carriers. Oh, hard times being near the same age as Arteta. Big up the veterans, man. Game gone dead as the subs gone on. You're fully right. It's no excuse, but the changes led to that goal, not the same intensity. That and a bit of focus. There's several errors, you know, the subs, the gaps were killed by one ball, really. Nobody is following Joe Willock. I don't think Raya's positioning was the best, but I'm not going to blame Raya because there were several bits it could be done. And it's now gone from, Eddie and Ketty won the ball back. We got 2 minutes left. It's gone from being a complete performance to an extremely good performance now. Because, ref, what the blood? Are you saying Fabian Sarr won the ball? If you don't laugh, you're bewildered, isn't it? We're 4-1 up. We're going to get the 3 points. It's not that deep for me today, but fam, ref, are you serious? Seriously, ref. Are you all right? Smith Rowe, come, man. Forget everyone. Dribble, man. Forget everyone. Forget everyone, Smith Rowe. Be brave. Smith Rowe down this left-hand side. Do him, Smith Rowe. Do him. Millie don't want it. See, he dropped on the floor. Smith Rowe, I beg you don't pass it. Shoot. Smith Rowe to Trossard. Trossard. Declan Rice, Smith Rowe, make an option, please, man. I want you to score more than you want to score yourself. You don't understand what this means to me. Benjamin White. Part of me puts it into the box. You're asking a lot. That's another corner, ref. Ref, how is that a goal kick? Come on, mate. Just like Trossard celebration. What's going on? A dip in quality, certainly. Yeah, man said old and young at the same time. It's peak. God's not fair, man. God's not fair. I hate Chicken Connoisseur, man. He's the one YouTuber I've met that's a fucking prick. Like, it wouldn't be fair, but line up the boxing match somewhere, man. And I'm doing that for that'll be the easiest pay they ever make. Aren't you looking, brother? Pussy. Ref, 15 seconds. Especially let these Newcastle fans get off home. Got a long trip back. It's nothing personal, Newcastle. It's just business. You're playing the mighty Arsenal, you know what I mean? 4 of the best. Ooh. Game surely done. Trossard wins it back. Ref. 4 of the best. I'm giving it to Kieran Gabriel, but you could say that was 2 own goals. Obviously, Saka got on the score sheet and so did Kai Havertz. A fantastic reaction to the defeat to Porto, people, in my opinion. You know, I think we let ourselves down with the goal we conceded. I think the intensity kind of dropped and stuff like that. But, you know, we started very well. We pressed high. We capitalized on the mistakes. Set piece FC for at least 2 of the goals. We keep it moving, really and truly. Jorginho, boss. Declan Rice, boss. Kai Havertz, encouraging performance up front. You know, Martinelli, I think, step in the right direction. Most importantly is the 3 points. We saw City beat Bournemouth. We know Liverpool, obviously, are playing in the League Cup final tomorrow. So we keep up the pace, really, and we keep this Premier League chase alive for a day, innit? And we just hope players can be back fit, man. Like, yes! We move, I said there. Well, Smith Rowe deserved the goal, man. DG looks 21, turning 46 next week. Running a business will do that to you, man. I'll take that. I'll take to look at 21. You know how hard it is not having facial hair? God zanged me. God knew if he made me 6 foot and he gave me a beard, bro, it'd be peak for women. It's peak same way because I'm definitely the sexiest YouTuber, 100%. Chocolate darling, haircut London next week is peak. But yeah, on a serious note, 5-goal thriller. We've won 4-1. We got the 3 points. It's an electrifying game, really. You got to AFTV, DG. Yeah, we're going to do that. Lovely stuff. Look forward to DG content coming up. See, in the circle, you're always here, man. You're a real guy, people, man. Obviously, you know you're going to get match reaction streams and all of that good stuff. Tomorrow, if you're not done with your watch-along fix, we will be watching Chelsea versus Liverpool Cup final. Big up the editor, but I'm looking wavy in a suit, and it's crazy. Black James Bond and that. But yeah, it's lovely to get 3 points. You know, nobody cares. Well, that's an exaggeration to say nobody cares about the Porto game, but it's lovely. We are third with 58 points. City have 59. Liverpool have 60 points with 12 games left to go. There's going to be many bumps and bruises. You see, when it's a football match, they're not on nothing. Fighting is peak. Great response. Woo! I'll take 20. I'll take passing for 20. Will Partey be ready against Porto? I wish I knew, man. Smith Rowe been robbed of a goal so many times this season. It's so harsh, man. So harsh, man. The one time these lot want to defend, it had to be a Smith Rowe clearance off the line. But yeah, I think the decisions Arteta made work to treat. I think Jorginho bossed it today. Jorginho looked good. Kai Havertz looked good. Saka got his goal. Thought it was an encouraging one from Martinelli. Obviously, I'm disappointed about the goal, but generally, you know, for the majority of the match, I thought Kirill, Benjamin White, Raya, Gabriel, Saliba stood tall. Good day at the office, you know. The only thing that takes the gloss off is maybe we could have scored some more in the first half, been a bit more clinical in that regards or create something like that. And obviously a lack of a clean sheet. And you're right, next up is Sheffield United in 9 days' time. Let's go and get another 3 points. And it's lovely because it's not that we get a week off, but, you know, we've got we play next, not this Monday coming, people, next Monday. So, yeah, as you said here, great game, but a clean sheet would have been ideal. And it is that. Raya was good today with his distribution. And although it was one-way traffic and it was slow, I think Raya was very good with, you know, when he just coming off his line and just sweeping up, sometimes just putting it out for a corner, a throw-in and that. But I'll have to watch the goal we conceded again. But, yeah, crazy stat. But Smith Rowe ain't scored in 2 years. Smith Rowe have, like, I'm trying to stay strong in it, but, like, when are we going to give it up? I don't know if I've got more to give. Beard only for centre-back union. Okay, but you ain't got hairline. Nah, babyface killer, bro. What do you mean? And without you lot, these streams would be dead. So, yeah, you lot who always support, appreciative. What more can I say, man? Like, well, crazy to think we have scored more and conceded less than City. Listen, stay humble. Rice was quality today. Midfield was sexy to watch, man. With the greatest of respect to Kai Havertz in there. When you've got Jorginho and Declan Rice more on the left-hand side. Jorginho conducting. Odegaard doing wavy things. Declan Rice out there on the left. Kirill looks better. Martinelli looks better. Saka, I don't even think it was Saka's best game, but, you know, we don't care about that. Saka's elite. He sent Livramento for a bagel. Would have been nice to see more goals, but near enough a perfect performance. In our last 3 games in particular, it's been goals galore. Obviously, the revitalization where the Premier League campaign is concerned since the turn of the year has been amazing. So, yeah, I always say 3 points first. Big up Kirill. I'm not going to lie. Tomiyasu, Timber, Zinni are back fit. It might be peak for him, but Kirill had a good game. I hope they've credited him with that goal, you know. And I hope you look that clip up, the match reactions of us fans. You saw he was saying, Kirill, this is your time. Big up Set Piece FC, American Gunner. My guy. We wanted a clean sheet, but it's just these lot have done it to themselves because you know Arteta is a crazy guy. These lot are going to have to train more on certain defensive scenarios. They did it to themselves. Just because of that, Arteta is going to make them put 100 hours in next week of certain situations. So they done it to themselves, innit? Revenge is sweet. We really played for a draw at Porto. Social joints, you're not letting that go, innit? Jorginho, the maestro. Someone that's on what Jorginho is on and what Xhaka is on, we get that. We might get to the promised land, people, if I'm honest with you. 332 likes. You lot are the only thing that's been better than getting 3 points and Arsenal scoring. I appreciate you lot. You lot's banter, talking points, riding these highs and lows with you lot. It's amazing. You lot know you're going to get your match reaction. Tomorrow, we've got an Arsenal fan show where I'll be speaking about the result and every other ism and schism in relation to Arsenal. We will be watching Chelsea and Liverpool tomorrow as well. And you know, again, across YouTube and Twitch, just turn on your notification bells and follow on the socials, because you know you're going to get tactical analysis, videos, fan shows, all of these things, people. So yeah, on that, I'm going to love and leave you lot, people. Maybe I should teach Smith Rowe how to score, but in honor of us winning 4-1, it's only right we see a banger from a certain inverted left back. Kirill, you could learn a thing.
Yeah, against this right back, Charlie.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like